Oh, I say we go ahead and do this, guys, because it's heel, toe, do-si-do, heel, toe, do-si-do. Do a little boot scoot. Yeah. This is day 3 of week number 4, and this is how it's done here in the great state of Texas. Welcome, everybody. I'm Sean Parr. Ian Baker, you are looking so good in that hat and these amazing boots.
Show them
See, this guy look great.
Well, you know, my man Chris Young wanted to be here. He did tell me, everyone, go Longhorns. But here we are, Sean. I hear if you're in Texas, you got to go big, right?
Yeah. Either you got to go big, or if you're going to be in Texas, you got to have a fiddle in the band. I'm just throwing that out there. But it's so great to see you. Looking good, feeling good. We're going to wrangle up a lot of deals for you guys today. As a matter of fact, as we get ready to wrap up our national tours, the Ultimate RV Show continues. Ian, I'm going to get you out of here so you can get into our first amazing unit. We're going to talk about some Mallards here in just a moment. So why don't you boot scoot your way on out of here? Since we just learned that.
Out.
Us, the Remingtons, joining us. And what a supermarket spree we had yesterday. A little fun?
I mean, we had it on camera and off camera. I think all of us did.
Yeah.
A few of them.
It got a little crazy, and us, the Remingtons, the Jergies, always great to have them with us as we continue this tour. And your favorite part of this week so far?
Why do you got to always ask me that question, and it's so hard to answer because everything's so good. But
Winning the shopping spree.
Probably winning the shopping spree, though. Yeah.
Quality
We
over quantity.
are the champions.
Oh, we can't go there. But, hey, more competition today as we get you guys the best deals possible. Make sure that you register at 46642. Just text Ultimate RV Show, URVS, as we get into our Mallard section right now. Ian, let's do it, buddy. Take it away.
Heartland Mallards are an absolute amazing line. If you're looking for something that's a little more upscale, higher end, you want great amenities, but you don't want to break the budget, then the Heartland Mallard is one that you need to pay attention to. The Mallard name has been around for a very long time, and for good reason. As we go through this one, this is the 210 RB. You'll quickly see a lot of the features that a lot of the Mallards have in common, and reasons that people love them so much, and the reason the name has stuck around for so long, even though it's gone through many iterations. And I think currently the 2021 is probably the absolute best that I've seen this far. For this one, the reason a lot of people love this floor plan is it's a small, lightweight couples model. This one, the dry weight is a little under 4,600 pounds. You're at 22 foot 1 inch. So you're kind of right in that area where it's not too big, not too small. You have a slide out helping to open up this entire space. If we take a look at the kitchen, you will see that you have sufficient prep space. I mean, you get all this space right over here, which is awesome. Plus you have the recessed cooktop with the glass cover and sink top cover. So all of this is good, usable prep space. And I love that you have some dedicated space right over here. Now, the recessed cooktop, this does fold up just like so. You'll see the 3-burner cooktop right there, the front one being high output. You'll see the knobs light up if you so choose. And then when you drop the door down, that of course is your oven if you want to do any baking. On the far side here, you have a couple full extension ball bearing drawers. Always have to have at least one drawer in the kitchen to make it useful, right? When you're talking about any RV, you're out there shopping. If you're looking through a kitchen and it doesn't have a drawer, you probably don't want it, because where are you going to put your flatware, right? Where are you going to put all of your dish towels? Where are you going to put your hot pads? You have to have some drawer space. In a small RV like this, you have to have at least one. This one has 2, which obviously is even a little bit better. You'll also notice a spot for a TV, which can be located right there. Now, they are still using RCA cables. You know, I know a lot of people would prefer HDMI, but this still does the trick. You have a DVD player built in, which is fantastic. This multimedia center does control the speakers in here as well as outside. But that TV, you'll have a great viewing angle from the sofa, which is in the slide out, which we'll see in just a little bit. You also see the microwave up top, your hood right there, plus additional storage. And I really like the woodwork that they have done. They went to this woodwork kind of late 2020, and I'm glad they stuck with it. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. When we open that up, you can see the storage right in there, but I just absolutely love not only the color, but the design, you know, kind of where it's a little bit darker on the stain, you know, where it's recessed right there, kind of sunken panel in the center. Again, I think they did a good job overall. You also notice the backsplash goes all the way across. You can see, you know, kind of the tile-looking backsplash there, which is nice. And then the high-rise faucet is pull-out. We talk about some nicer amenities, and that's what I'm talking about. You're getting a high-rise pull-out faucet. You also have sink top covers that, when you flip over, are cutting board quality. Now, I always tell people to flip your sink top covers over. Why? Because that way all of your knife marks are on one side, and then the other side will stay looking nice. Put that back on as we drop down underneath. You can see there, you have plenty of space for a trash can as well. So if you want a trash can in here, you can definitely have it. I love that, so that way it's not just hanging out on one of your pulls. Control panel, main control panel will be located right here for your slide room and awning. We'll see another one right in the bathroom. We have your tank monitoring panel. You'll also notice pantry right next to the fridge here, plus some additional storage there. So good additional storage. The fridge itself is a Doodle Station. This is something that, to my knowledge, is unique to Mallard. I haven't seen anyone else that has it. And this is really cool. If you have little ones, you know, whether it's kids, grandkids, they can come on here, you know, they can make their artwork, you can erase it. It's easy entertainment, right? Right here, just right on the fridge. And something that's very unique. And, you know, when the grandkids come visit, it's something that they can kind of, you know, leave their mark, right? They can, something that can last, and it's kind of great for memories. But also, if, you know, if it's just two of you, you know, and I say this in a lot of the Mallards, like my wife is very artistic, and she can do some really cool stuff with chalk. It can look absolutely gorgeous, and you can really kind of design this. You know, if you've seen Pinterest, I'm sure you've seen it, or maybe you have it in your house, you know, a chalkboard with some cool designs, and that's what you're getting right here. You have the fridge freezer combo. This one does run off both propane and electric and has automatic switchover. Thermostat located here on the wall. Now this will be both for your ducted AC as well as your heat. It is kind of unique that you have ducted AC in an RV this size. Again, at, you know, just a smidge over 22 foot. But folks, this thing will definitely do an amazing job of keeping everything nice and cool. Another thing that I like is, even though this is small, they put in 2 rows of lights, and that's a big one for me. You know, a lot of RVs for so long have been so dark. And finally, 2021, manufacturers are starting to lighten things up. And they did a great job with the Mallard, the refresh on the wood and everything else. I love when you put in 2 rows of lights like this, because that way, not only do you have the light woodwork, but also the lights themselves, and it feels bright and airy. You don't feel closed in. You'll also notice the barreled ceiling in here. That also, for a smaller RV, helps it feel bigger, helps it feel more open. So I love that they did that, and it's laminated, so, you know, extremely strong. Just like our walls, everything in here is laminated. Taking a walk into the bathroom, you'll see your foot flush lever toilet here. As far as space, when the door is shut, you know, I do have to kind of kick my foot over just a little bit, but I still have plenty of space for my shoulders. You know, my right arm is a little, you know, kind of resting on the wall here, but again, it's more than enough space to make business happen. Right behind me, this is really cool. I like that they did this. They didn't waste any space. You have a big linen closet, so plenty of room for towels, anything else you need to put in there, and a vent fan. Properly located right above there. As we take a step into the shower, you'll see that I have plenty of room in the shower too. I'm 6 foot tall, and I could probably be 6'2" and still stand in here without having to duck down. Neo-angle shower is great. The doors are in a roller track. This right here is a travel lock, so when you're traveling, you can close that. You know, hopefully people aren't playing tricks on you and locking you in here when it's closed. You can, of course, rip it open, but, you know, it's a piece of rubber, but it does the trick for while you're traveling, right? It does work. The thing I do like about the neo-angle shower, though, is that when you're done showering, all of the water that is on the door here will go right down into the shower pan. If you have like a curtain or a swing door, a lot of times it gets all over the floor, but this really helps keep everything in the shower. And as far as space, I'll close the half door. You can see I can turn here. I can still turn sideways. Now, you know, I'm somewhat broad-shouldered, and so it's a little tight for me, but still can definitely do what I need to do in there if you don't have facilities where you're staying. This one does have a medicine cabinet in here, as well as a big countertop. You can see how much space you have kind of on both sides. They're kind of all around the countertop, which I like. You know, access to plumbing underneath, as well as a little bit of storage. You can hang or hide your black tank chemicals and toilet paper down in there. And, of course, medicine cabinet there. But your tank monitoring panel will be located right here on the wall. One of the things I do want to mention is the water heater. There is a switch for electric as well as propane. You can turn on both of those at the same time for faster recovery. So if you have people that are taking showers back to back, you know, most of your RVs will have somewhere between like a 6 and a 10-gallon water heater, unlike, you know, a 40-gallon you probably have at home. So you're going to go through that hot water a little bit quicker. So having faster recovery is great, so multiple people can take showers. And then, as I mentioned, this one has a slide out, which is awesome for the weight, right? Mallards are fairly lightweight because of the construction, you know, because we have all laminated, you know, the roof, the sidewalls, the floor, all of it. Plus they use Asdel, which is lighter weight. We'll get to that a little bit later. But because of that, you can have a slide out and still have the light weight on there. This is kind of cool, decorative glass. You can see the blue light that's hidden right behind it. I love that. Light right up top here, window right behind that. So, you know, that of course is an emergency exit. Hopefully you don't have to use it for that, but also can let in some airflow. This right here, this Jackknife Sofa is very unique. Let me show you this real quick because, you know, I haven't seen a lot of them like this. So the Jackknife folds down just like so. Then you see this little tab. You pull this out like so, open this up, and what you'll see is this extra cushion. Now, the cool thing about this is if you don't have any plans of turning this into a bed, you can take it out, leave it at home, and you have all this extra storage. If you do need additional sleeping space, you can throw it on just like that. And, you know, at 6 foot tall, my feet do hang off a little bit. You know, I'd have a pillow right here, so my feet do hang off a little bit, but honestly, it'll do in a pinch, right? That's a decent bed. Another thing I love is right here behind the slide out fascias, they put LED lights in. It just really gives it that accent, makes it pop, and again, helps things being a little bit brighter. If we take a look up front, this one has a king size bed, folks. Big bed in a small camper. It's something, again, is very rare to find. I love having the larger beds. So you're not elbowing each other in the middle of the night. You have wardrobes on both sides there, plus storage across the center, electrical outlet, great place to put your cell phones. You can hide them right up there. And you will also see the LED light strip across the top. So plenty of lights from, you know, the inside lights we have here in the ceiling, plus lots of LED lights all the way throughout, combined with the bright colors of the Mallard, really make this RV feel very open. We'll take a step outside here. And one of the things I want to show you is right here, the MORryde step above step system. These are awesome steps. They are very solid, aluminum treads. They're not going to rust. Grip tape on there as well. Makes it nice and easy to go up and down the steps. This is another big one, folks, right there. 3-year structural warranty. That is currently the best in the industry. That's one of the reasons a lot of people buy new. You want the best out there, right? You want to make sure that what your investment is going to be protected, and having the best warranty does exactly that. It shows that they are standing behind their product. You'll also notice this one has a propane quick connect right down below. So if you have a grill or something you want to hook up, you'll be good to go because of that propane quick connect. You can just plug it in right there. It'll feed off your bottles up front. You'll also notice the power awning on this one. Touch a button to roll it out. Same thing to go back in with the LED light strip right there. And one of my favorites is this, folks, the King Kong size storage. I want to show you this for a couple reasons. One, because it is huge. I mean, look at all the stuff you can fit in there. That is a giant opening. You want to throw all sorts of stuff in there, you can do it. And you will have the table. And this, you know, you can take this outside if you want to set it up outside, or you can set it up inside. We saw that sofa. You may be thinking, where do I eat at? Well, you can take this right here, set it up inside, and now you have a table. Folks, again, this is the Heartland Mallard 210 RB. This is just the first Heartland Mallard we're going to go through. We have several more coming up. If you love this one, lucky for you, it is on sale. It is starting at $25,917, as little as $6.40 a day. All you have to do is text the word RV to 46642 to lock in the Heartland Mallard M210 RB.
Demand for RVs is at historic levels, which is why we are working around the clock to bring you over 80,000 Factory Fresh RVs. That's the largest selection of RVs in the world. Fresh from the factory to our stores to your driveway or campsite. RVs are made by Americans for Americans. And now you can see America for less. Shop over 80,000 Factory Fresh RVs, starting at just $5 a day. Click, call, or visit your local Camping World or Gander RV and Outdoors today.
This is Bryce, I'm Nellie, and we are the Journeys. We are full-time RVers with our 2 little girls. We have a almost 3-year-old and a 7-month-old. We have done all 50 states in our RV. We moved from a Class A to a 5th wheel and we're going strong.
We have partnered with Camping World, Good Sam, and Gander RV during this Ultimate RV Show National Tour to go to 10 different locations throughout the country, show you all that they have to offer, and actually hide geocache treasures throughout this tour. So make sure you follow along with the Ultimate RV Show National Tour and join us as we go across the country on this tour.
Well, I am here with some of my favorite people on the planet, the Jergies, Sean Parr. And are you ready for this? There you go, Sunshine. Look at you. She is so happy. I love this segment, Camping with the Kids, because it's so important with so many families now getting on the road full time.
Yes. So this is something I want to start out saying to anybody. If you want your kids to love camping, get them involved in camping. For example, I'm going to jump right into it. With Evelyn, she has her own little headlamp. She's got like a little small lamp she can carry. She's got her, life jacket. She's got her own camping stuff, so she
her
feels
own
involved.
Tools to help when we're setting up the rig. Like she's there helping daddy,
And she loves it. So instead of giving her an iPad or a phone, if you're going to live the RV life, be outside, live the RV life, let your kids love it. It's so much fun.
And we've seen you guys. If you don't follow the Jergies, you certainly should. You can follow them on YouTube or Instagram, anywhere on socials, because you guys take us along for the journey, but you show us your adventures as well. When you're in the canoes, when you're out by the lake, and the fishing pole that you're holding there, Bryce, with the kids and your beautiful daughters who you've allowed me to become such a part of. I get to be the babysitter. You. But you actually get them involved in every aspect, not, just helping you set up, but really making it fun for them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're big advocates of that. There was a study that we were looking at a while back that talks about how much time kids spend in front of the screen now versus before, and the benefits and the brain stimulus that happens when they're just outdoors is so beneficial. And so we love it. And anytime, Indy right here is just such a happy baby. She's in, as you know.
Nobody could tell watching this at all, by the way.
And whenever Evelyn, when she was born, when she was 3 months is when we went on the road full time. And anytime she was starting to get irritable, we would just go outside. And it was easier and natural.
Let's talk about some of the products that we have here, because you've chosen several things. And Nellie, why don't you go ahead and tell us what you have here?
Okay, so simple stuff. We got plasticware, which when you're traveling, you definitely need plasticware because things rattle when you move. And then, things like I was saying, just to get them involved, have their own headlamps, have their own lamps. Then we got the outdoor stuff. Actually, Ian showed me this earlier. This is a trailer nightlight. How adorable is that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you
So
just plug
cute.
those in, and it's kind of cool, and they just like to play with the little toys. And then I see we have the spin brights here. And I was looking at these earlier. They have they have a lot of different lights that you could put on tires and toys for the kids that really make them their own.
Yeah, they can go ride their bike at night around the campsite. They'll love it.
This isn't my fishing pole, although you might think so.
She's been begging for a fishing pole.
Yeah, so they got things like this they can take part of that are super kid-friendly, effective, and the chalk. Everywhere you park, you usually have a cement pad.
But
always can
we
do
do.
chalk.
One thing I want to point out here, which is amazing. Look at this camping chair. It's
Exactly.
a high chair, but for camping, and it's for little kids, and they love it. It's so great. Another little hack that we liked was, the wagon, the portable wagon. Lots of times there's trails around the RV campsite.
And now she's a superstar. She'll have her own show on YouTube in about 20 minutes. But that's a great thing. You can take the kids everywhere. Yeah. They're happy. Their children are so happy, and follow along their adventures. They're the Jergies. They bring us into their world, and it's so nice to know that you can take the kids out on the road. The national tour continues coming up.
Up next on our Mallard list is the 251BH. Again, folks, this is kind of in that mid-range, right? You know, it's 30 foot long, so a little bit longer and a little bit heavier. We're looking at 6,110 pounds unloaded weight or dry weight. But this is a great floor plan because this one, rather than being a couples model like we just saw, this one is going to have double over double bunks. So if you're looking for something, you know, for the family, maybe a little bit bigger, but again, not too long, you want to stay, you know, that 30 foot or under, this is an excellent floor plan for it. Let's actually start off right over here on the slide out. So this really helps open up the space, you know, which all slides do. And you can see, you know, how much right here, this main living area, how much room we have. And the cool thing about that is it makes it seem more open, right? It helps open it up, as well as helps you walk by each other if you have multiple people walking through, or if you have a dog, you know, you can have a dog sleeping right here and still be able to get around without having to step over them. If you're new to RVing and you're worried about slides, I'm telling you, you know, I would estimate probably 90% plus of RVs out there, and I bet you it's higher than that, will have slides. I bet you it's closer to 95% of RVs, right? A lot of the RVs, unless they're really small or they're aiming to be lightweight, you're going to have slides. You know, we have all sorts of seals on the outside, and we can take a look when we go out on some of these Mallards to show you that they are going to be watertight. You don't have to worry about water getting in, and boy, oh boy, does it add a ton of room inside. This one houses a U-Dinette as well as the fridge. Now, common myth about U-Dinette. Again, if you're new to RVing, it's probably the first time you're hearing this. A lot of people see a U-Dinette and they think, oh my gosh, I want it because, you know, I can fit more people around it. And I'm here to tell you that's generally not the case. You can usually still only fit 4 people at a U-Dinette. And the reason being is because people's knees will start to hit once you get any more than that. The big advantage to a U-Dinette, however, is that it makes a larger bed than a standard dinette. So when you drop this down, you have a big sleeping space here that at least one adult, possibly 2 if they're okay snuggling up, can easily sleep on this dinette. And you know, and it is good for games and things like that, or eating. You know, you do get a little more space. But again, if you're thinking you're going to fit 6 people at a U-Dinette, it's probably just not going to be the case. Something I do like is they had storage all the way through here. So that's something a lot of manufacturers are going away from, is the storage. But I like what they did. Not only do you have the beautiful, bright, you know, kind of lighter wood up here, but also you have the decorative glass and the lights behind it. So it becomes an accent piece in its own right. You know, again, this is something we see in the residential side when your uppers for your cabinets have, you know, kind of like a light box, right? And that's kind of what they have done. And when we open that up, you can see that, you know, it is good additional accessible storage all the way around. Something else they did besides just have bright colors is, you know, kind of like in the last one, they lit it very well. You have 3 LED lights in here. A lot of manufacturers wouldn't do that. They'd put one right above the table and call it good, but it's nice and bright there. Same thing with the ceiling. They have plenty of LED lights run in the ceiling to make sure it not only feels bright, but actually is bright. Now, also in that slide out is your fridge and freezer, and just like we had before, it is a Doodle Station, so you're able to take chalk and, you know, draw on there whatever you want. And of course, this one also runs off both propane and electric. And right down below, I do want to show you this too, easy access storage right underneath the dinette, so you can just open that up, slide any items in there, and easily grab them too. Let's actually head up into the bedroom real quick, and then we'll make our way back out. You know what, I don't have the lights on underneath here. There are lights in the bedroom on both sides. I don't have the other one on. You know what? Let me come right over here and sneak that on. There you go. So a couple different things. One is you have a king size bed in here. So nice large bed. You know, a couple people can easily sleep here, which is fantastic. You're not going to elbow each other in the middle of the night. You have wardrobes to hang clothes. You have storage across the top there with an electrical outlet, plus a little spot to store your phones, things like that, as well as USB ports. So if you do want it right by your bedside, you can have that too. The other thing I like, and it's kind of tough to see, let me see if I can shut this. I have it locked. Hold on. Sorry. Let me sneak that open. There we go. I just want to open this up for you so you can see you have additional storage all down here, plus you have an additional wardrobe. You have more hanging space there. So it's kind of hidden, tucked away storage, which I like, and your TV connections are in here. So if you want a TV in the bedroom, this one is capable of having it. Then right up top, you will see a vent. So if you want, you know, some decent airflow, you can open up some windows, pop that vent open, and you're good to go. As we make our way back out, we can take a look at the kitchen here. So we'll come out and take a look at all the countertop space you get in the 251. A ton of space in here. Very unique layout. You can see they kind of have this cutback for that extra storage space in the bedroom. But I think that was a good choice, right? Because if I had all that countertop space in the back, it'd be very hard to reach. It wouldn't be accessible. It would look funny. But I think they did a great job by giving you that extra storage there and still extending this. Turn on some lights again, you know, nice and bright in here. And I like that you have prep space here as well as here. So you have some different options. And of course, you have, you know, the sink top covers like we saw before, the recessed cooktop with the glass cover there, the knobs light up, you know, our high-rise pull-out faucet. All of these things are standard and they're carried throughout the entire Mallard line. For the 251 in particular, you see a couple of drawers there as well as some additional storage underneath, plus access to our water heater and other plumbing, and storage all the way across the top here for, you know, whether it's, you know, plates, cups, bowls. If we need to have spices, we can put all that right up there. Microwave hood would be located there too. And then our entertainment center. So directly across from the dinette is where the TV will be located. You can see the backer, hookups for it here. Once again, we have the DVD player so we can watch a movie, and you have storage underneath. But my favorite part is a couple of things I really like about this. One, as I mentioned, it's right across from the main seating area, so you're not craning your neck, right? Not gonna get a cramp in your neck if you're watching TV. And the other is right over here. I'll open this up for you so you can take a look. The reason this TV extends out so far, see if you can you get the camera out around here? Might be a little tough, but if we can take a look right in here, you can see that you have like this mud room in here, right? The thing I really like about this is it just gives you that big mud closet or a ton of extra storage. You have places to hang your jackets up right up here. If you wanna, you wanna hang your coat up here, you can do that. Plus you have shoe storage built in. So, whether it's shoes, jackets, extra storage there. If you wanna use it for pantry, you can do that too, but I just love the extra space you get. So as soon as you come in, you can hang your coats up. You can put your shoes there so you don't have it laying all over your furniture or have to find another space to put it. I think that is a huge feature of this floor plan. And as I initially talked about, this is a bunk model. It's a double bunks, 200-pound weight capacity on the top, 300 on the bottom, with a built-in ladder so you can easily climb on up there. And that's something that, again, is often overlooked. I really like having a built-in ladder because generally it's the little kids that want to sleep on the top bunk. My 5.5-year-old Lumen, she loves being on the top bunk, but without a ladder, she can't get up there because, she's not quite tall enough to step up here, doesn't have the upper body strength to pull herself up and over. But with this, she's able to climb up there and she's super happy. And the bunk is plenty wide, and the walls here, so you don't have to worry about them falling out, right? They're going to be safe up there in the corner bunk. And again, 300-pound weight capacity down below, electrical outlet, in case you need to charge any cell phones or anything if you have some older kids. And you have the storage space right down below with the net. So, whatever you need to stick down there, you can. Maybe a super small laundry basket, probably not. But, it is still good extra storage space for anything you want to stick in there. As for the bathroom, we'll take a step in here. Foot flush lever toilet, folks, as I say, 6 foot tall, 210. I have plenty of leg room, great shoulder space here as well. Pretty big bathroom, all things considered. I mean, if I want to get dressed, I have space to actually get dressed in here, which oftentimes you don't get. You'll see the linen closet over to the side, the shower. I'll take a step in here too because this is something else. This is a big shower. I mean, you can see how big the shower base is, the shower pan here. I can turn sideways and still have enough room, to turn all the way around, make showering nice and easy. And with that skylight, at 6 foot tall, again, I still have plenty of room. I could probably be 6'2" and still be able to shower in here without ducking down. Of course, you have medicine cabinet, your sink, your tank monitoring panel, just like we had before. So again, a lot of great things on the inside, but let's talk a little bit about the outside, because one of my favorite things about bunk models is right here, and that's the fact you get an outside kitchen. I love having an outside kitchen for multiple different reasons. But one of them is because, anything I want to cook, I can cook right out here. I don't have to stink up the inside. I love the smell of bacon when it's cooking. I hate the smell of bacon when it is still in my RV 4 hours later, right? That's not what I want. But right here, you have a swing arm grill. You know, you can flip that around, or if you just have like an electric skillet, you know, we can plug the electric skillet in right here. Take a look at this, right? This is prep space if you want, or I can put my electric skillet right there, plug it in, and now I'm cooking away. Maybe you have a griddle, right? We have some awesome griddles in our retail store, so you can set up the griddle right here. There's a propane quick connect, pop it right in there. You can cook eggs, pancakes, bacon, everything right out here, and I just love having this extra space. A couple other things I want to talk about on the exterior. One of them is the construction itself. I talked about how these have laminated walls. But there's a couple things to the walls that are very important. One is the fact that you get right here the Yeti sidewall construction. And as it says, it's up to twice as thick as some of the competition. Folks, we're talking a full 2 inches thick. And, you know, when we're talking something, you know, that size, that extra inch can make a huge difference. Also, behind that fiberglass is Asdel instead of Luan. So Luan is going to be a wood substrate, and that's what most manufacturers use is Luan, and it's great, right? It's inexpensive, it works, it gives something for the fiberglass to bond to. The issue is with Luan is that if you get water in the sidewall, it soaks up that water, it absorbs water. Then you start getting a bunch of bubbles here. You get delamination, and we don't want that, which is why Mallard uses Asdel composite. A, it won't absorb any moisture, so that will help prevent delamination. B, it's lighter. As I said, folks, this is a big RV. You know, we're at 30 foot. It's just over 6,100 pounds dry, and part of that is because of the Asdel. It helps lighten it up, and it's also a green material, so you know that you won't get like any off-gassing or anything like that. If you take a look right down below, you'll see this one has the wide track suspension, which is this spread axle system. You can see that those wheels have a further wheelbase. They're a little bit further apart. And that, of course, helps for towability. So as you're going down the road, you get less sway. And, you know, anytime you're towing, anything you can do to improve that tow is a good thing. And folks, this is just, again, another of the Mallards. We have several more coming. If you like any of these that you have seen, you're going to want to text the word FRESH to 46642. We have over 20,000 pieces on the lot. I guarantee we'll have one for you.
With the Camping World Best Price Guarantee, we'll beat any competitor price by $500 guaranteed, or write you a check for $1,000.
I will never lose a deal over price, ever, and I guarantee it.
Learn more today at campingworld.com.
Sooner or later, everyone's bound to encounter someone in need. If you're one of the stopping kind, chances are it was passed down.
Hey, Mom.
Some good that you observed from early on. Call it going the extra mile or paying it forward. We just call it being good. Spend a lifetime doing good.
Thank you.
Because the next generation is watching.
You know, it's truly amazing because over the last couple of days, hundreds of thousands of people have become part of our family and tuned into us. Thank you so much, by the way. It's the ultimate RV show as we continue going nationwide, the national tour. Bryce, Mr. Jergy, it's so great to work with you each and every week and to bring all of these wonderful segments and all the things to these great folks that are watching. But you know what it's time for?
It's time for another giveaway. Woo! This is my favorite part.
An ultimate giveaway, and we have got another one of those impressive scooters.
Yeah, this is a Coleman Power Sports 49cc. So these are sweet. They get you around. They're powerful, and you don't even need a motorcycle endorsement for it. That's why it's the 49cc.
I love it. And you know what's great about this also is that when you're at the campground, you can just scoot around, nice, relaxed, let the kids ride it, let mom ride it. Always wear your helmet. Here we go.
Yep, here we go. Winner for this is Jay Lipper.
Oh, JL, you got yourself a scooter. But listen, there's a lot of folks that are going, Sean, I forgot to register. How do I get involved? How can I be an ultimate winner with you guys? How do they do that?
Simple, super simple. All you got to do is comment below URVS or text URVS to 46642. And that's how you get set up to register and be eligible for any of these giveaways. We got so much coming, including free RVs. So it just keeps getting better.
At the end of the day today, somebody's going to win a brand new RV, and we have put Ian to the test. We put him in some boots. We put him in a hat and said, dude, get out there on the range and wrangle up some good deals for us. We're continuing with our Mallard section right now. This is the Heartland M312. Ian?
Coming in at 36 foot and just a little over 7,000 pounds, we have the Mallard M312. And folks, this is another awesome family bunk model. Again, we talked a little bit, just a little bit ago in that 27RL about having a floor plan that's a little bit better view to the TV, right? Something a little more modern in floor plan. This is one of them. Again, that 27RL is an awesome floor plan, but if you're looking for a great one for the family, you certainly want to consider the M312. Starting off with the kitchen space right over here. So this is kind of standard what we have seen a little bit before, right? That high-rise pull-out faucet. You have the sink top covers there, recessed cooktop with the glass cover. You will also see right over there is the backsplash running the whole back. Storage up top, that same beautiful woodwork. And again, I love that the choice of woodwork they have in here. You can see the microwave and then the hood directly underneath. We talked a little bit about storage, right? So right down here you can see, look at that, folks, not one, but 2 drawers, right? Said you gotta have it. There you go. You have plenty of drawer space. A little bit of space there for a small trash can. Can definitely make that work. And as we saw before, this one also comes with the Doodle Station on the fridge. So open that guy up one more time. That one, it does run off both propane and electric. Now what really kind of starts setting this floor plan apart is this right here. That's your entertainment center. So this is something that a lot of people really like. The reason being, you have a ton of flat space. Like, okay, you have this right here, I get, but if you want a bigger TV, you want a 60-inch TV, you can put a swing arm bracket right here, and you can still access all the storage. You can pull the TV out and then be able to access the storage behind it, right? Because this top storage is pretty deep. I don't know if you can see in there, but that's pretty good storage. So chances are you're gonna wanna be able to utilize that. But you can still have a massive TV right here, which I know, a lot of people like. I know not all of us, or a lot of us do go camping to get away from electronics, but on a rainy day, having a big TV right here, man, it can be a lifesaver, especially with kids. I'm telling you, if you don't know me, you've never seen my videos, I have 3 children, a 15-year-old, a 5.5-year-old, and a soon-to-be 1-year-old. And if I can put something on and, keep at least 1, maybe 2 of them entertained, it makes life a lot easier, especially when we're RVing. So I can certainly, even though I don't go RVing, to have a TV, I can 100% appreciate it. And again, as I mentioned, this one does have your multimedia center with the DVD player, so you can pop a movie right in there. Then underneath, you get a little bit of storage here, right? So I'll show you that open it up. So even though it's not super deep, it is tall storage. So you can fit, it's a decent amount of stuff in there. Now the reason it's not super deep, we'll see when we go outside, because this one has a big outside kitchen. So again, if that's one of your big selling points is having an outside kitchen, the M312 has it. And folks, we can help you out with stuff like that too. If you want a bunk model with an outside kitchen, no, of course you can always go to our website, highly recommend it. We have excellent filters on there, so you can filter by exactly that. But if you don't want to go through the work, or you just want to give someone a call, folks, pick up the phone, dial 877-297-8725. We have specialists standing by. We will let you know what's available, make sure that we can find a good RV for you, or you can simply text the word FRESH to 46642 to get your hands on one of the over 80,000 units we have coming in that are factory fresh, straight from the manufacturer. We'll get to the bunks in a second. Let's do the bathroom first. So right back here. A couple of things that I really like here. So one, the toilet, as you can see, I have plenty of space. Good leg room, good shoulder width. If you've been watching this whole segment, you're going to know everything about me, my kids, how much I weigh. please don't steal my identity. But, you know, like I said, I'm about 6 foot, currently weighing about 210. I have no problem sitting here very comfortably. You have a good sized countertop on both sides. You have enough space for, you know, putting down like a hair dryer or like toothbrush, something like that. You know, it's not a super big extension, but at least you have some space. Also access to plumbing underneath, mirrored medicine cabinet up top, and this one also has the tank monitoring panel located here in the bathroom. As for the shower, it is a tub shower, which, as I've mentioned, you know, if you have kids, I personally like a tub because not all kids are old enough to shower, you know? While, yes, I can absolutely give my 5.5-year-old a shower, you know, when she was 3.5, 4, she wasn't really a big fan of showers. She liked baths, and still most of the time she prefers a bath. So here, you know, when we're camping, I'm able to do that, so I do like to have a tub. Also, especially with a curtain, it gives you a higher threshold, so you have less chance of the curtain ending up on the floor and having a bunch of water on your floor. So that tub has a couple different advantages there. With that skylight, folks, I'm 6 foot tall, and as you can see, I have more than enough space in here. I could probably be 6'2", maybe even 6'3", and still be able to stand in there without ducking down. As we come out of the bathroom, take a look over in the corner here. These are the bunks. So we have 200-pound weight capacity up here on the top, 300 on the one right down below. Those are both double over double bunks, and it does have the built-in ladder. And as I mentioned, you know, it's going to be Lumen, my 5.5-year-old that loves being up in the top bunk, and this right here makes it really simple and easy for her. She can just climb right in, you know, lay up there. You know, she doesn't have to try to jump up because she doesn't have the upper body strength to be able to get up there, but with the ladder she can, because I guarantee she's going to want that top bunk. If you saw my videos earlier, you know, you paid attention a couple weeks ago, if there's one thing my daughter loves, it is bunk beds. She gets so stinking excited, and she always wants the top. Dropping down underneath, as I mentioned, a little bit bigger bunk here, but I also want to point out that you do have storage right there. There's also storage on the outside. We're probably not going to get a chance to go around there because I think we're kind of closed off, pinned. But on this side over here, there is exterior storage. There's a door there, and I love that they did that because that's normally kind of hard to get to from inside. But outside, it's easy, good usable storage, so you do have that door there. You'll also see an electrical outlet in case you need to plug anything in, charge cell phones, privacy curtain so you can close that at night because, you know, like most of us, the kids have an earlier bedtime than the adults. Now, in my case, it's about a half hour, right? Like, I put the kids to bed, I'm exhausted, I go to bed too. But sometimes when I'm camping, you know, I'll stay up by the campfire a little bit later. Taking a look at the Super Slide. So again, same kind of thing we've seen with the slide fascias. I absolutely love them. Big windows. You have the Jackknife style sofa, you know, that pulls out. You have that storage underneath. The large U-shaped dinette, so you can easily and comfortably sleep 2 people here. That drops down into a bed as well. You still have the same easy access storage, an electrical outlet to plug everything in. In case you haven't noticed, folks, there's a lot of standards, right, through the Mallard line. A lot of great things that they incorporate throughout. And that's just one of the many reasons I love the Mallard. As I said, it's lighter weight for the size of RV you get. At 36 foot, you know, as I mentioned, this one weighs just a little over 7,000 pounds dry. That's pretty darn good. Solid construction, great amenities all the way throughout. Excellent color scheme that they've used in here. In the corner, you get a pantry, right? So you get more space right there. And one of my favorite parts is this right here. And I know it's kind of minor, but I absolutely love this. It's right by the main entry. So you come in, you know, or maybe before you leave, you can sit down. You have a little, as my good friend Jay said, you know, you got a mud bench right here, right? So we can sit down. Now you can hide your shoes under there. Put your shoes on, you have a place to sit, put them right back when you're done. And as I mentioned earlier, my grandma likes to stop out when we're camping, and you know, she has to sit down to put shoes on, and there's generally not a good place to do that in an RV. But when you have a little mud bench like this, you certainly have the ability to do it, and you have a coat rack. So, you know, you have a spot to hang up some jackets there if you want, an electrical outlet up top with a shelf, so that way you can put your cell phones right up there and plug them in. And then just like the rest of the Mallards, of course, you have the dual duct AC, make sure everything stays nice and cool. And then when we come up into the bedroom real quick here, now I didn't make this bed, I apologize, I absolutely should have, I'm so sorry. Mom, please don't kill me, Nicole, my wife, I'm sorry, I should have made the bed. But here we go, so king size bed, just like we've seen, there are lights. Need to turn those on. There are lights on both sides to help light it up, but big king bed, right? So you're not elbowing each other in the middle of the night. You have wardrobe storage on both sides. You still have that storage going across the top. You'll have the electric outlet. I'll turn that on. You get that LED accent light right there, which is great. You can see that they have the barn-style slider door here. You know, it's a beautiful door. Again, I love kind of that farmhouse feel they've brought into the RV industry. And you have a place to put a TV if you want a TV in the bedroom. And as you would expect, you know, there is still storage underneath. You know, that's one of the things I always forget to talk about. Not only do you have this, you can see right here, you have the storage completely underneath, which is a perfect spot for like slippers or something like that you can toss under. Plus you have the foot locker. So good storage overall in that bed system. And again, it is a king bed, which is awesome to have. Even some of the smaller Mallards, as we've seen, will still have that king bed as a standard. The door right here, there is a shade. So if you want to close that down at night for privacy, you can absolutely do that. If you want it open, keep it open. If you want to close it, you know, close it. Again, depends on what kind of day it is and what we're looking at. Coming back to the front, you know, we'll kind of see the same things here. You have that power tongue jack. You can see, you know, our propane tank. You have solar prep. I don't know if I hit that on any of the others, but you do have solar prep on the far side. That's this guy right here. So if you need to plug in some solar panels, that will trickle charge the battery. You have a fully enclosed, heated, and insulated underbelly. So if you want to do some colder weather camping, you have the ability to do that. Let's make our way down this one a little bit. You know, I know we talked a lot about the construction, about the 2-inch thick walls, about the Asdel composite they use, which is lighter weight, won't absorb moisture, and is green. All wonderful things. Electrical outlet, as you would expect, that wide track suspension for better towing. And because this is a bunk model, folks, that's right, you get an outside kitchen. I feel like Oprah. You get an outside kitchen. You get an outside kitchen. Again, I love this. Now, you'll see the refrigerator is currently taken out in this one. Had to have a little bit of work done there. But normally you get the big refrigerator right here, so you have a spot for, you know, beverages, condiments. You have the prep space. You have a TV hookup. This really cool, you know, like kind of a tile. I don't want to say mosaic, but gosh, my wife would know. But again, it's just a really cool look that they've done. I like the pattern that they put on there. Just normally, a lot of times it would seem busy, but I think they made it work here, right? And then you have a 2-burner cooktop. You want to do some cooking outside? There you go. You have the ability to do so right there. Propane quick connects will be found right underneath. And one of the things I didn't mention, but I want to right now, is this. We talked about the second entrance. And this is why I love having a second entrance. If I need to use the bathroom, you know, I have a couple beers, I can walk in, I can do what I need to do right there, and I am good to go. Folks, the Heartland Mallard is an absolute fantastic line. You talk about construction, you talk about amenities, you talk about design, towability. It really is the whole package, which is why I'm so excited to do this segment. And this was just a few of them. There are so many other floor plans out there. If you're interested in a Mallard, all you have to do is text the word FRESH to 46642 or drop it in the comments below, and you can lock in the savings you'll get here at the Ultimate RV Show National Tour.
Sooner or later, everyone's bound to encounter someone in need. If you're one of the stopping kind, chances are it was passed down.
Hey, Mom.
Some good that you observed from early on. Call it going the extra mile or paying it forward. We just call it being good. Spend a lifetime doing good.
Thank you.
Because the next generation is watching.
Travel with peace of mind. Good Sam Roadside Assistance covers your cars, RVs, motorcycles, and all eligible family members. Unlike the competition, we offer unlimited distance towing, free roadside tire delivery, and coverage in all of North America. It's no wonder top consumer reviews ranked us #1. With plans as low as $5.50 a month, you can't afford to get stuck without it.
And getting just a little bit bigger is the Heartland Ballard M27. This one comes in at 30 foot, 4 inches and has a dry weight of right just under 5,700 pounds. This is a rear living floor plan meant to be a couple's model. A very popular floor plan. Mallard's certainly not the only one that makes it. I like what they've done with it. You know, they kind of put their spin on it in the interior design choices that we've seen in the previous Mallards, and so I do like what they've done there. But by no means is this in a Mallard-only floor plan. And folks, the cool thing about that is that's something we can help you out with. If you like, you know, this floor plan, you like the design, there's a few tweaks that you want to change, we can help you out. We can help you find another floor plan. All you have to do is text the word FRESH to 46642. If you love this one, as we go through it, and you're like, oh my gosh, I love everything about it, good news for you is that this one is starting at $27,155, just as little as $6.71 a day. And then all you have to do is text the word FRESH to 46642, RV to 46642 for this specific RV, and that will lock in your show pricing. Now, what is the big draw to this one, right? Why do so many manufacturers make it? Why do so many people love it? And the easy answer is right back here. Right, this was kind of like one of the original rear living floor plans when we're talking about travel trailers. And you get this big, gorgeous window right here in the back with a couple of swivel rockers, right? So that way, you know, you can swivel this right around. You can enjoy the day if you have that beautiful view out the back, you know, sitting here, just sipping on your coffee. You know, I mean, currently I'm looking at the back of a Daybreak, but, you know, if you have that beautiful view, if you have the ocean front, the lake front, maybe it's just the forest, you know, just really relaxing. You can sit right here, and it is very comfortable. And this is, you know, again, one of the big selling points. And it's meant to be a couple's model. So both of you can sit right here. You can read a book together. You know, my good friend Chris always talks about reconnecting, having that reconnection space. And a lot of times he's absolutely right. It is at the dinette. Once in a while, you'll get a floor plan like this, though, where both people can just sit back, be together. You know, this is not one where you're going to get a great view to the TV. And as I said, it's an older floor plan, right? People weren't as worried about watching TV while you're RVing. This is one where you just go to get away and be with each other. And this space right here is exactly what lets you do that. Right up top are a couple LED lights. So if you are reading a book, you know, and it's not on like a Kindle or an iPad, you know, you're reading an actual physical book, you have some lights so you can see it. You will also see storage all the way across the top. Window here as well, you know, again, to help for some of that circulation. And then over across the way, we'll take a look at our super slide here. So kind of like we saw before, this is something that's new for 2021. I like what they did with the slide fascias, and they put the LED lighting behind it. I think it really gives nice accent lighting, helps to brighten everything up in here too, but more than anything, I just like the way it looks. You'll see windows all the way across the slide there, so you know, some larger windows, so that way you let in some of that natural light. You have your sofa, and this is just like we saw before. This is the Jackknife Sofa that slides out, right? You have this extra spot right here. And if you're just tuning in, as I mentioned, one of the cool things about this, so this is meant to go on top, so when you drop that jackknife down, an adult can actually sleep here, which most of the time with the jackknife isn't possible. The other cool thing about this, though, is if you want to take that out, that is all storage. If you don't plan on anyone sleeping here, take that out, leave it at home, you got great storage. Otherwise here, you got yourself a nice, comfortable bed. Moving over a little bit further, moving up, you get into the dinette. I like what they've done with the dinette as well. So this is something, you know, you have a couple different styles of dinette. So you can have a pedestal style where you have, you know, the big round, pedestals, and they go into a flange in the floor. And a lot of people like those because of the way they look. And, you know, this doesn't look quite as nice. And I completely agree. I don't love the way this looks either. But what you will notice is that it also clips into the wall in the back, which makes this table very sturdy. So that's one of the big advantages of this style dinette. When it clips into the wall, that wall really helps secure it, it anchors it down, so that, you know, if you are all eating here and someone puts a little bit of weight on the table, you know, your glass isn't going to go flying off. It's not going to rock like the ones with the pedestal normally will. So I actually really do like this table setup, and I'm glad that they have gone to it. And of course, it still drops down into a bed. If you take it out of the wall, you can fold both the legs up, drop it down. You know, you will see it'll sit right here on both sides. Take the back cushions, toss it on top, and that becomes additional sleeping space. You also see easy access to storage. Just flip that open. You have storage on both sides underneath the dinette. There's an electrical outlet there in case you need to plug in, you know, a laptop, tablet, whatever. And they went with a really cool light fixture, you know, and they again, kind of going with that farmhouse style look. You kind of see that throughout with the two-tone wood. We'll see it with the bathroom door in just a moment. But same thing with this light fixture, and I think they have done a great job. Let's actually flip it around real quick because I do want to show you the kitchen in here. So you'll see that, you know, with the kitchen setup, you get the sink top covers, so you can use this as prep space as well as the cooktop cover, kind of like we saw in the Mallards previous. And, you know, same thing. These are cutting board quality. You still get the high-rise pull-out faucet. Underneath the sink is some storage, and you have drawers here. As I mentioned, you have to have at least one drawer. This one has two, so you have a spot for flatware as well as some of your kitchen towels, hot pads, everything else you need to toss in there. Maybe some larger knives, spatulas, things like that. More storage across the top next to the microwave and the hood. And once again, the refrigerator is a Doodle Station. So fridge, freezer, just kind of open that guy up to show you the space in case you're just tuning in. And this one does have, or does run off both propane and electric and has automatic switchover. The tank monitoring panel on this particular unit will be located right out here for the M27. And once again, you can see it has a switch for propane for your water heater as well as electric for your water heater. And you can turn on both of those at the same time for faster recovery. So that way, if you have multiple people taking showers, you know, you can flip both of them on. Now, if not, right, if you have shore power, use electric, because why wouldn't you, right? You're running off shore power. If you don't, no problem. You have propane, right? You can be out in the middle of the woods and your water heater will still work. You'll be good to go. But if you have both and you want to use both, then use both. Now, as I mentioned in the very beginning, this one isn't necessarily built for watching TV. And the reason I say that is because it is quite a distance from the main seating area, which is in the back, and you don't have a huge space for it. Now, you can absolutely put a TV here, and that's what the space is meant for. And you have a multimedia center right down below. It has a DVD player in there, so you can absolutely watch movies. You know, if the kids, grandkids come, they want to throw a movie in, great. You can put it in there, entertain. Everyone will be happy. But, you know, again, this one isn't built to, you know, where a lot of them that we've seen where you have the TV directly across from like theater seating or a sofa. That's not what this floor plan is about. You will see storage up top as well as some right down there below. And then I talked about the farm style door. Boom, there it is. So beautiful, kind of that farm style door here on the bathroom. When we open this up, I'll take kind of show you the space here. Right down here is the foot flush lever toilet. I'm 6 foot 210. I have plenty of space for my knees. My left shoulder is touching a little bit, but I have more than enough space. I am good to go. I have no complaints about this bathroom situation here. You will see the access panel right back there. So if you need to get back into your plumbing, that is where you will do it. For storage, you have a cubby hole here. So you can have some extra rolls of toilet paper there, black tank chemicals, things like that. And you get some decent countertop space in here right next to the electrical outlet. Mirrored medicine cabinet right up top there. Vent fan, of course, up top too. And I'll take a step in the shower. And to no surprise, if you've been watching this the whole segment here, hey, look at that, folks. I have plenty of room here in the shower. Could be 6'2" and not have to duck down, right? So good shower space here in the M27. Now, as I mentioned, folks, this one's not about watching TV, right? But if you want one that is, we have a lot of floor plans, you know, couples model, just built for two people, where you get a much better view, or, you know, the TV's in a better located place than, you know, way across from the main seating. And if that's something you're interested in, you can certainly let us know. And all you have to do is text the word FRESH to 46642 or drop it in the comments section below. And that way we can reach out to you and make sure that you're going to get the perfect RV for you. We can walk you through, show you some of those other rear living floor plans that may suit your needs a little bit better. So we take a look at the bedroom. You know, I'm going to open this up so you can take a look when you come in here. But if we come on in, you'll see the king size bed, folks. It's a big thing in Mallard. King size bed, standard in most floor plans, which is awesome. You're not elbowing each other in the middle of the night. Again, wardrobes on that side, the storage all across the top, the LED lights, and I don't know if you're able to swing around right there, but if you can, you will see a couple different things. You will notice that, one, you have wardrobe space right here, so plenty of place to hang your clothes, and you have a spot right up top where you can put a TV. So if you want a TV in the bedroom, you are good to go. You are able to have it. As we come outside, what you'll notice is I came out a different door. You have 2 points of entry in here. The reason that is nice is if you have guests that are sleeping out in that main living area, you can enter and exit the RV without disturbing them. And that can be, you know, again, that can be important so that your guests can sleep, stay the night, and be comfortable, especially after a night of hanging out with me. You might sleep in a little bit later. Making our way up to the front, you will see the King Kong size storage. So this is nice big storage on here. You can see that if you have larger items, like some of your bigger chairs, if you have grills, you're able to sneak them in there because of all the space. Another thing you will see on this one is the fact it is lit. So you have the lights helping to brighten it up at night so you can get in there nice and easily. And if we take a walk around to the front, that beautiful front 3/4 cap on there with LED lights looks gorgeous. I love the graphics package for the 2021. A lot more modern look, nice clean lines coming all the way down. And right over here, you see the power tongue jack. Nice and easy to hook up and disconnect, folks. All you have to do is flip the switch. You're good to go. You got a light on there to connect and disconnect at night, as well as a battery disconnect right back there. So that way you can kill all power to the coach. Make our way back a little bit further. How you folks doing? Doing good? Finding some stuff you love?
Yeah. I'm fixing to buy it.
Excellent. There you go. I'm Ian. Nice to meet you. What's your name? What's your name?
James Hill.
James? Well, that's awesome. Congratulations. You guys are going to love it. Yeah. Hey, have a good one. I love it. All right, guys. So again, this one right here, we're talking about the Mallard M27. As you see, I told you, a lot of people love this floor plan. And there you go. My man James, he's loving it, getting it right now. And there's a lot of things to love. We talked about the construction of the Mallards, the graphics. As I said, they were a lot more modern. And I love the construction of it, that 2-inch thick walls, that Asdel composite that we have in here, you know, fully laminated product, very solid. That wide track suspension, so you're going to get excellent toe. Plus, you have the aluminum alloy wheels. For what it's worth to you, you get nitro-filled tires on there. Because right back here, this is your main entry point, you get the upgraded steps too. So you have the MORryde step above step system with aluminum treads, grip tape on there, nice and easy, and you don't get that flex when walking in or out of the RV. Folks, this is a great one. If you love it, make sure you text RV to 46642.
The best things happen outdoors, and they start at Gander RV and Outdoors. Did you know that you can get a motorhome that sleeps 6 for only $329 a month? To learn more, visit ganderrv.com today.
So that's going to wrap it up for our Mallard section, and Ian doing such a great job showing us these incredible units. And, you know, we started this whole day doing some line dancing, and ever since then, all I want to do is dance on the stage.
Yep. Keep doing the electric side.
We'll dance for the best deals, right?
Ooh, we should have competition like that. Send us your best dance video.
You see, we do the supermarket sweep where we do the, Camping World, get the bags basket. That was such a great competition yesterday. And today, we do the line dance competition for the best deals. Don't forget, we are giving away an RV today.
Yes, we are. And we're super excited about that. In fact, we are going into, I might be a little biased, but the Daybreak motorhomes, because our Class A was a Daybreak, and we loved it.
Yeah, and that's why I love the fact that you can say, and Ian's going to show us some more of these incredible vehicles, you can say everything there is to know about the inside of a Class A. We're going to look at the Thor Motor Coach Daybreak, the 24 that Ian has and knows all about. So let's turn it over to Ian and start our Daybreak section.
Coming in at 25 foot, 7 inches, with the ability to sleep 5 and a rear slide out in the bedroom. Folks, this is a 2021 Thor Daybreak 24DB. And this is a great floor plan. If you're looking for something that's a little bit shorter, right? Not too short, not too long. You have a walk-around bed instead of a corner bed. This is an excellent option. The 24DB, basically this entire, if you take a look right here, this entire off-camp side is all one big slide out. So that really opens up this main space, right? The living space here as well as the bedroom. It really gives you a lot of room. So I like it because, again, it is a little bit shorter, right? It's under that 26-foot length, but you have a ton of space. And this one is at a great price. You know, I know a lot of people starting to get into it, and when you start doing some RV shopping, especially if you're brand new, you start weighing it out. Okay, you know, maybe I want a bigger travel trailer or a bigger fifth wheel, and I have to get a new tow vehicle. Should I do that? or do I just go the route of the motorhome? And you know, as far as price point, it usually ends up being pretty darn close. The great thing about a motorhome though is the travel, right? It's the experience of getting to the destination, because everyone that's riding along is right here. Everyone's comfortable. You have, I mean, look at the seats you get to ride in. You know, you have seat belts right here. You can see that, you know, so you have riders there, you have riders there, plus up front. And if you need to pull over to use the bathroom, you have a bathroom on board. If you need to pull over to access the refrigerator, you can do all of that in a Class C, and this 24B is a great one for it. Let's take a look here at the kitchen space, because that's something that's always going to be important, is making sure you have enough room to cook. And this you definitely do. You have the pop-up countertop extension right there. You'll see the undermount stainless steel sink, because we have the upgraded countertops in here. It lets you undermount the sink, and this is a very deep bowl, so you can put some residential pots and pans. You can actually fit them down in there. High-rise faucet here too, and of course the sink top cover, so if you need to use this as prep space, you absolutely can. Even if you just want to use one side, right? You know, if you're using the countertop extension, you can leave this side in. Otherwise, you can take this side out. You can use this as prep. It gives you a lot of different options. You also have the recessed 3-burner cooktop with the front one there being high output, oven underneath, and you get additional storage under that. You have a bank of 3 drawers right there, plus enough space for a small trash can. Before we make our way back, I do just want to point out a couple things right over here, because these are important and I don't want to miss them. There's an electrical outlet here, so if you need to plug anything in, whether it's on the countertop extension or over here, you know, even if you have a coffee maker back there, you have the electrical outlets to be able to do that. Your battery disconnect is here for the coach, and you also have the solar controller. This one is prepped for solar on the roof. So if you want roof-mounted solar, again, it's already pre-wired, makes it very simple to have that installed. You will see adjustable storage, so you can fit in whatever you want in there. You know, and you can kind of customize that to your liking. Storage up top, microwave underneath that. Big window here too. That's one of the things I really like. You know, because it lets you see out to your campsite, and it brings in a lot of natural light during the day. Now there is a small step up right here, you can see that, so you know, be careful if it is nighttime. If you're coming from the top bunk and you know, making your way back to the bathroom, you want to make sure you're not going to trip, or same thing when you're stepping down. But because this one is just a tiny bit longer, you know, it is a little further away from the bed. You get a little bit shorter, it's a little bit closer there, but this one, you know, again, it's pretty obvious where the step is. Right here is a pantry. The cool thing about this pantry is you have deep pull-out drawers on the bottom. So good storage space right there. Plus you can see the storage running all the way up. Fridge freezer combo next to that. This one does run off both propane and electric, and more storage above that yet. You'll also see plenty of vents. You have a vent fan here, you have another vent above the cab over, and you get a vent right here in the back. In a coach this size, it's amazing that you get 3, but I personally really like that, because if you want to open up some windows and you just want to, you know, use the breeze, you can do that. Open them up, you know, open your vents up and just have that the kind of that cross breeze, that ventilation come through, so you don't have to run the AC. Right here in the back is the bathroom. I'll come back here, take a seat. So as you can see, I have plenty of legroom, great shoulder space, porcelain bowl, meaning that it's going to be easy to clean. Over to this side is our sink top, stainless steel bowl, mirrored medicine cabinet there, and I will take a step in the shower just to show you here. Folks, I'm 6 foot tall, and as you can see, I mean, even without the skylight, I could almost stand up. So, you know, if you're maybe like 5'10", 5'11", you can probably stand up without the skylight, but honestly, the skylight does take up the majority of the shower, so it's probably where you'll stand anyway. And at 6 foot, I can stand up there no problem. I don't have to duck down or anything like that. You have 3 robe hooks here, so you have spots to hang your towels, which is nice and convenient. And then in the very back is the slide-out bed. Now, I'm going to be honest, you know, when I come through here, I have a pretty big butt, so a lot of times my butt does hit the light switch and accidentally turn that off. But you are able to get around to this side, so you don't have to crawl over each other. That's one of the nice things about this floor plan, is that it's not necessarily a corner bed where it's, you know, stuffed into a corner where you have to crawl over someone else to get out and use the bathroom. Here you can get out on your own side and be able to walk around. Storage all across the top there, a couple large windows in the back. You definitely have electrical outlets and USB ports for cell phones, CPAP machines, whatever else. And you have a spot right there at the foot if you want a TV in the bedroom. There is another TV up front, and we'll see that in just a moment. One of the other things I really love about this one is right here. Take a look at how deep that storage is. So you have your hanging rod right up front, plenty of wardrobe space, and you have storage behind it, whether it's for shoes or whatever else you want to put back there, but huge storage. And then underneath, a couple of drawers, plus a little bit of extra storage underneath that. So great storage here in the 24B. As I said, this is just one huge slide out. More storage all the way across above the dinette, windows there. This is a dream style dinette, so it just drops down very easily into a bed. You'll also see cup holders. That's one of those things that, you know, doesn't seem like it's important, but I really like it because, you know, a lot of times I'll stop at a fast food place and I can put a cup right in there, don't have to worry about it spilling, you know, one that doesn't have a cap on it. And then the kids can, you know, ride down the road. Everyone's nice and safe. We don't have anything spilling. USB port there, speakers here as well in case you want to listen to some music. And then right up front is the other main sleeping spot. Cool thing about this, folks, this is a 800-pound weight capacity. That means you can easily sleep 2 adults up here, no problem. And that's a big deal for me. A lot of Class Cs, that is not the case. A lot of manufacturers out there where, you know, this is like 350 pounds, some are 500, but 800 pounds up here is awesome. You'll see the window over to this side. Again, USB ports, a little nut there, so if you need to charge your cell phone, right, you can just drop it right down in there, charge away. You will see, as I said, the cup holders there, and then the main TV will be located here. You can swing that out and around. Of course, if you're up there, you can watch it, but you know, if you're sitting in the dinette, something like that, you can swing it out and around. And then right up top here, it's a little tough to see, but you have like your HDMI splitter up there, so you can, you know, hook up any auxiliary components, things like that. If you take a look down below, you will notice the cockpit. If you haven't driven a Ford Class C, pretty much most of the cockpits are very similar. This is on the newer chassis, so you're getting the V8 engine in there. Has more torque than the old V10. If you haven't driven it, I do highly recommend it. It's definitely a lot more peppy than the old V10 that's been around since, I think it was like the early 80s is when they came out with that one. So, but this is, I definitely do like the added torque that they have put in there. A couple other things I do want to add on the dinette. There is additional storage right here. You can pull that out. See if I can move this ladder real quick for you here, just to kind of show you. So nice deep storage, and there is an electrical outlet in the dinette there too, so you can plug that in, you know, in the event that you need to do any kind of work or anything while you're on the road. Making our way to the outside, you can see the beautiful graphics package we have on there and the big power awning with the LED light strip. You'll also notice, of course, your mirrors coming out so you can see beyond the body as you would expect. The front cap right here on the front, you have a front 3/4 cap, which looks beautiful. And then, you know, making our way back, we'll sneak right by you here. So we can see a couple different things. If you're going somewhere you don't have water hookups, you want to make sure to fill the fresh water tank. This one has a 40-gallon fresh tank. That's where you'll fill it right there. You're looking at 37-gallon gray tank, 34-gallon black tank on here. So decent-sized tanks as well. Couple electrical outlets. Dropping down, you get the Rotocast bins here, which are super easy to clean out because you can just wash them out. You'll see a light in there too. All of your compartments will have LED lights in them. Same thing as we make our way back. You can see Rotocast bin LED light right there. Another thing I like to talk about when we talk about the Daybreaks is the fact that they send this chassis out to MORryde. It's a professional upfitter. They do a lot of things that a lot of other manufacturers don't do. For example, they computer balance the drive shaft to help take a lot of vibrations out when you're driving down the road. Because the last thing in the world you want is a brand new motorhome and you're driving down the road and it starts shaking a little bit and then everything's rattling in the back. Nobody wants that. And so they make sure that they computer balance that drive shaft to help eliminate that. And also they do a great job of giving maximum storage, and because they're able to control you know, everything for the chassis, they can also control where they put the tanks, so you get kind of those unique tank sizes like the 37-gallon gray tank. If we take a look right back here, of course in the center you can see your backup camera right there, also a ladder so you can climb up onto the roof. You'll see the bumper right back here, but more importantly underneath that is your hitch. Folks, that is a 8,000-pound hitch. You want to talk about some towing power on a gas engine? 8,000 pounds is fantastic. So if you have a larger vehicle or if you need to tow a trailer behind you, this is a good option for it. And as I said, it comes with that big hitch. Your slide out right here, you can see it has 3 of these worm-driven gears on there to make sure that the slide isn't going to shift or anything when it comes out. Very solid. Has the slide out topper on there. I do want to show you real quick some of this other big storage. Take a look at that. Huge storage right over here, which is a big deal because anytime you can get outside storage is a great thing. And then you will also see more storage right in there. And again, this one is lit. Folks, if you like what you have seen on this Daybreak, this 24 DB, this one is starting at $80,000 or $80,505, which is as little as $16.10 a day. All you have to do to claim that is text the word RV to 46642, drop it in the comments section below, or give us a call at 877-297-8725. We do have another Daybreak coming. If you like the Daybreaks, maybe you want something a little bit different in a Class C, we do have a ton of different lines available. All you have to do is text the word fresh to that same number, and we'll be able to show you all the different Class Cs we have and make sure we find the perfect one for you.
With the Camping World Best Price Guarantee, we'll beat any competitor price by $500 guaranteed, or write you a check for $1,000.
I will never lose a deal over price, ever, and I guarantee it.
Learn more today at campingworld.com.
Hi, we're Tiffany and Caleb from Us the Remingtons. We are a traveling family of 3 and soon to be 4.
We absolutely love this lifestyle of hiking, fishing, kayaking, adventuring.
We've lived in an RV for 2.5 years. We first traveled in a Class A motorhome, 36 foot, so spacious. We loved it. And now we have the opportunity to travel in something a little smaller, a little bit more mobile.
We are going from East Coast to West Coast in a brand new 2021 Thor Freedom Elite. And we're so fortunate to partner with Camping World, Gander RV, and Good Sam on this awesome road trip across America.
We're excited to take you on the adventure.
Folks, it's Tiffany and Caleb from Us the Remingtons again. And if you've been following along the past couple weeks, you know that we did not win our tent building contest against the Jergies. But we wanted to redeem ourselves and show you that we indeed know how to put a tent together.
That's right. This tent was not already set up by a Camping World employee. We did this all ourselves. We know how to set up a tent.
Speaking of, we wanted to share with you guys some of our favorite camp essentials. Caleb and I actually went on a month-long trip back in September on a car tent camping trip, and everything you see on stage is pretty much everything that we fit in our small Toyota Corolla outside of, just our undies and
some socks and underwear besides that. Yeah, so I'll kick it off here. This stove is like nostalgia for me. We had one growing up. And so all the camping we did, my dad would bust out the Coleman 2-burner stove, and
it's so easy and portable.
So portable. You can stick it on a cooler. We
even had a smaller one. We went kayaking on Lake Powell, and I made a burger in the middle of the lake. And I will tell you, everyone that's kayaking past us was looking at us, really inspecting and asking if that was a thing we were doing. And indeed, I made really great grass-fed burgers.
Oh my gosh, a grass-fed jalapeno burger.
Water.
We had a dog, a grill, 2 people on a kayak,
and a cast iron.
Yeah,
you have to cook everything in the cast iron. There's just the taste is so much better.
So much better. Yeah, in the middle of Antelope Canyon with these giant cliffs, and we're sitting there having a barbecue. It was amazing.
Where else did we go? We went to Bryce Canyon. We went to Zion.
Yep.
We went to Sedona.
Sedona was amazing.
We went to Salt Lake City. We went everywhere.
So, yeah.
And we got to tent camp everywhere too, which is the best because we love being able to sit back, look up at the stars, breathe in the nice fresh air. Especially, we were in quarantine for probably a solid 9 months, leaving the house maybe once or twice for the grocery store. So this was such a treat for us.
And I'm a little bit of a bougie camper where I need to have the best sleeping pads. So if you don't have yourself a good sleeping pad at night, make sure you head to your Camping World or Gander RV, get yourself one, because I'm telling you, you get the best night of sleep on these.
Caleb is very, very bougie. Let's make that very clear here on his camping essentials. The mats must come anywhere we go. Even if we're not camping, if we're spending the night at someone's house, he loves to take them as well. They're very portable, so I let him have it. And then the backpacks, we love to go hiking, so we always have one of our camelbacks with us. I actually have that one in a bigger
you do have
size,
this. Yeah, a little bit bigger, but
which
this is
is
amazing.
really fun.
But it's true. We have all the essentials, and if you come to a Gander RV or Camping World, you're going to find stuff here that you didn't even know you needed. They have just about everything. Up next, we have another Thor motor coach, Daybreak. Ian, take it away.
So let's say you want a Class C, but you need to sleep a little more people, maybe 4, 5, 6, how about 8? Folks, this is the 2021 Thor Motor Coach Daybreak 30DB, and this one is built for a lot of people. It's a little bit longer than the 24DB we saw, of course. This one measures in at 32 feet and 2 inches. But as I mentioned, you can sleep up to 8 people in here, which is awesome. So if you're looking to travel with a lot of people, sleep a lot of people, this is one that you're going to like. We'll start off right over here. One of the things that I love about this floor plan is the fact that they were able to give you a campside dinette. And I personally really like this in any floor plan, whether it's a motorhome, a travel trailer, a fifth wheel, because when I'm at my campsite, at the campground, I want to look out to my campsite, right? I don't want to necessarily look out at my neighbors. I want to be right here. So I love when they do this, especially when you're sipping on your morning coffee, eating breakfast. That is the site that I want. As far as riding, this is a great seat for it. You have some cup holders here as well as right up top. And of course, you can have the legal riders there. And this does drop down into a bed. So, it's going to be one of our sleeping positions right here. You'll see LED lights there as well as USB ports. Now, this is one of those things that I really like here. The reason being that when you're driving down the road, your 120, unless you're running your generator, your 120 is not going to work, right? But your 12 volt still will, because it's run off your house batteries. So seeing as how your USB ports are 12 volt, that means that as you're traveling, you can actually charge your cell phone right here. And so that's one of those things that a lot of people don't think about. You see an electrical outlet, you're like, oh, great. But that's not going to work while you're traveling. This right here, well, unless you have an inverter and stuff, which most of them don't, but a USB port will work for your cell phones and everything else. So I do like the fact that they put that where there are seats, especially in a motorhome. Open these guys up, you'll see it's easy one-hand operation because they are strut assisted. I also like when manufacturers do that. You can see the HDMI splitter is built right over there, or placed right over there. I tried to show you in the 24DB, but that's where it is for all of your HDMI feeds. TV, of course, will be located right there, the same spot. That one does flip out and around, so if you're in the dinette or on the sofa, you can still have a great view to it. And just like in the 24DB, folks, this one has an 800-pound weight capacity right up front, so 2 adults can easily sleep right up here. Ladder just simply slides right in there. Boom, you are good to go. Now, if you're not, actively sleeping in here, this will attach to this part right here. The ladder will actually go on top. But this, of course, does remove and slides up there, so you can easily get down into the cab. That's pretty common for most Class Cs, but if you're new to the RV industry, I just wanted to show you so you don't think you have to duck down. This certainly does lift up. The cab itself, you have the dash. Of course, you can see the infotainment center right there in the middle. This is on the new Ford chassis. This one, because it's a little bit bigger, is the Ford E450 rather than the 350. You just need the extra capacity because you have the extra weight with the added length. But it is very comfortable. You have a lot of room there, some cup holders as well. And then coming around to the other side, just like we had in the 24DB, you will see the USB ports there with your net, so you can drop your cell phone in it. The other cool thing about this one is not only do you have the dinette, but you have the sofa right here. So you want to talk about great travel. Now, this is on a slide, so this does come in, and it seems a lot more intimate when you're traveling because realistically, you'll be sitting right about here. So, anyone that's in the dinette, you're here on the sofa. This is so much fun for people traveling. You can play games, you can talk. Everybody's right here. The driver's involved, passengers involved, everyone's sitting up front. I really do love the traveling aspect when it comes to motorhomes. And in Class Cs in general, just because usually you can sleep more people in a Class C than you can in most Class A's. Not always the case. There's definitely exceptions. But, I just love Class Cs for that family travel. And really, as I say, enjoying the trip. You know, it's not just about the destination, it's about the trip. And that's really what the Class C hammers home. And again, seatbelts here for riders, cup holders up top. And this is a Jackknife Sofa, so as you would expect, this does fold down into a bed. You will also see that you get added storage right there underneath if you need any bedding or anything else. Plus, you can put some items right back here. You know, it's a good kind of hidden storage spot you normally don't think about, but things aren't going to slide around back there, so you can drop it right back there. Excellent spot. Storage all the way across the top here, a couple LED lights underneath, and then you have the speaker there for the sound system. And then a little bit further over is our kitchen. So if we take a look at the countertop, you can see the kind of L-shaped kitchen. Now, the sink does have covers. Of course, we can take that off to see that nice deep bowl, just like we saw in the 24, a high-rise pull-out faucet there, and you have the same recessed cooktop right over here. And just like we had before, you know, this one has the lights if you like it, the oven, and the additional storage underneath. However, what you will also notice is this right here, which is the power tower. So if you need to plug anything in, you have 3 outlets there, plus a couple USB ports. Super simple and easy to use. You push it down when you don't want it. When you do, you kind of push on this outside ring, then you can pull up just like that, and you are good to go. Microwave there, additional storage up top, and of course, storage right down underneath. I do want to show you that this floor plan has a specific spot for the trash can, which if you've seen my videos, you know that's a big one for me, plus 3 additional drawers. Refrigerator will be located right over here. That does run off both propane and electric, and you have additional storage up top. When we're taking a look at the ceiling, you will see that this one has 3 vents, kind of like we had in the 24, right? You have one above the bed, one here midship, another one in the bedroom, plus we have ducted AC all the way throughout. Main control panel will be located right over here, but just like the 24, this one does have the battery disconnect as well as the solar prep controller right there by the door. But you can see everything here, including the genset, because both models do come with a generator. One of the great things about a Class C is you are very self-sufficient. Now, the 30DB is at its heart a bunk model, which is what we have here. Obviously, you have the cab over sleeping space, but you have another one right here, 71 inches long. So if you're 6 foot, probably not going to be for you, but 250-pound weight capacity. So it is great for you know, any larger teens, or if you're an adult and you want to curl up a little. If you're, you know, again, if you're above 71 inches, it's a great bed. You'll also see that you have a TV right there at the foot of the bed. So if you're sitting here, you can watch TV. Now underneath, right, is our dinette. Now, a couple things I like about this. Let's see if I can lock that one in there. There we go. So we have the dinette right down underneath. And the cool thing about this is this also drops down into a bed. And if we drop this down, you will see that you have space for a TV right there too. So not only have a TV up top, but you also have one right down underneath. And I like this because it's another spot to, you know, basically sit. You can have a meal together, you know, but it also will drop down into that sleeping space, which is what helps give this one that total sleep number of 8. So lots of sleeping in here. And I love that both top and bottom bunk have TV, so the kids aren't fighting over who gets which bunk. So we make our way into the bedroom. Right here is the toilet at 6 foot tall, 210 pounds. I have plenty of leg space, also good shoulder space. And you know, and the sinks, or the sink top is cut back a little bit, which is perfect. I can put my hand right up here, and honestly, this is kind of comfortable. Porcelain bowl, so it's easy to keep clean. You have a toilet paper holder already installed, some storage underneath the sink, as well as a big medicine cabinet. You can see that right up top there. Electrical outlet, extended countertop here. And then the shower, I'll show you real quick as well. As I step in the shower again at 6 foot, you can see I have more than enough space, especially with that big skylight, so I don't have to duck down here whatsoever. Stepping back out, we'll take a look at the back in the bedroom here. So as we come to the back, we'll see the queen bed. This is a walk-around queen. You have nightstands on both sides with electrical outlets and USB ports. One side has some additional storage, as well as the wardrobe storage there. Plus you have storage all the way across the top. Lastly, at the foot of the bed here, if I open this guy up, boom, there you go. More wardrobe space, right? As well as the drawer underneath. More here, and check this out. Dun, 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 dun. You have space back here. If you want a TV, this is where you put the TV. You can just take this off or mount it right to the front if you want. You know, that will work. Just drill a hole in there so you can bring the cords through. Put the TV right there. You're good to go. You can still lift it up and access everything behind it. Folks, here's the thing. You know, we've been going through the show. We're on week 4 now. There's a ton of great RVs, and there's a lot of RVs out there. Let's say you're shopping for a Class C. You have something lined up. You think you have a good deal. I'm here to tell you that Camping World will beat it. I don't care if we're talking a Daybreak like we are right now, you know, if it's a Coleman, if it's a Chateau, a Four Winds, a Forester, Jayco, Greyhawk, you know, I don't care what it is, we will beat the price. And here's the great thing, if for some reason we can't do it, you just have a rock bottom deal and we're not able to do it, you'll be $1,000 richer. We'll give you $1,000, folks. It is truly that simple, and all you need to do to take advantage of that, if you have a pending deal, you're watching this right now, and you think you have the best deal out there, text BEAT to 46642. That's B-E-A-T to that number, and I'm telling you, we will beat that deal, or we will give you $1,000. Scout's honor. Coming on out here, the Daybreak 30DB. Power awning, as you'd expect, with LED light strip, so you have that right here, you know, kind of creating your main campsite. Electrical outlet, in case you need to plug anything in. Dropping down is storage. So rotocast bins with the lights, kind of like we saw on the 24, right? Easy to clean, great storage. Making our way right up front real quick, I want to show you this too. This I love because this is a big storage that is easy to access. Anytime it's on the campsite, it's going to be easier to get to, meaning you're going to use it more often. So when you have big storage here, you have easier access to more items, and that's always a bonus in my book. You'll also see outside TV with a sound bar, so you want to sit out here and watch a show, you can do that. That sound bar gives you great sound quality, whether you're watching a show or if you're just listening to some music. Either way, you're good to go. Making our way to the back a little bit. If we look up top, just like we saw before, this one has that slide out topper on there. Why is that important, you may ask? Well, if you're parked underneath anything, whether it's a tree, maybe it's a pine tree, maybe, I don't know, basically anything, right? Maybe there's a bird up there and it's pooping, right? This will protect the top of that slide out, especially from sticks and stuff that fall from trees. Right here, they'll fall on top of that topper, so when you roll it in, those will just fall off rather than get in the seals and damage the seals, because that's the last thing you want. And that does come as a standard, which is awesome. You also see the rear ladder, and just like we had before, you get the backup camera right up top and the 8,000-pound hitch down below. Now remember, this one is a little bit bigger than that 24, so if you're towing some extra heavy weight, you want to make sure you're packing a little bit lighter. But folks, something like this is awesome, and it is a great deal. This one is starting at $91,175. That is as little as $18.24 a day. And all you have to do to claim this one is text RV to 46642.
You talk about a guy that's working hard. That is Ian, and he's doing such a great job. We're getting ready to switch segments here in just a moment, going east to west here in just a few. But before we do that, it's time for not 1, not 2, but 3, because it is day 3 of week number 4. 3 ultimate giveaways. Ladies, you want to start?
Yeah, so we're doing $50 gift cards, and the first winner is Lorna Smallwood.
Lorna Smallwood. Now accepting the Golden Globe. Lorna Smallwood. Tiffany?
Now we have winner number 2, Lisa Unger.
Oh, Lisa Unger.
Lisa Unger.
Well, she was watching and she registered, right, Caleb?
That is correct. Lisa text URVS to 46642. She became eligible for that awesome giveaway. And look it, she just won $50. Woo!
As well as this person right here, Terry Riemann.
Woo! Terry!
Winner number 3 for the $50 gift certificate.
All right, and here's the cool thing is you say, wow, $50, what can that get me? If you jump into our retail store and you're a member of Good Sam's, you get the big discount, obviously. And then, if that's not enough, there's always a huge sale going on. So $50. Tiffany, earlier you were talking about those amazing camping chairs that were like $35, but normally you're like double.
$33.99. The club chairs are favorite.
So you can see that $50 does go a long way. And listen, we've got tons more giveaways, including that RV coming up. But I did say we were going into another segment, east to west. And this Alta that Ian is going to show you right now, oh, friends, you're in for a treat. Ian?
It's all about the east to west Altas in this segment. When you're talking about feature-packed fiberglass travel trailers that are ready for adventurous couples, packed full of things that the fun family can do whenever they go on the road and can go with you, this is the segment you're going to love. What's up? It's Chris Young. Texas style and Texas size right here with the East to West Altas. I'm standing inside the 2100 MBH. Now, this RV, roughly 28 feet long, dry weight 5,100 pounds, because if you notice, there's no slide, but plenty of room, and it's a bunk, and you can sleep 7 people comfortably, starting at $25,399 or as low as $6.28 a day. Let's check out the double over double bunks we have back here on the rear side. Got the Teddy Bear Bunk Series mattress, those thick and plush, comfortable mattresses. Now, 300-pound max capacity on both of these. Dual USB charging ports, big old window over there with the wood valance, and down here on the bottom, check it out. Well, I think I got my hook lacked in. There we go. The bottom bunk doubles as additional storage. So if you are, maybe you're a couple that has dogs, maybe you like to go out and bike and hike and all this, that, and the other thing. If you want to put your bikes in here, good storage spot. Or if you're avid golfers, but you need some additional room for stuff, or you just want to set up something that's going to be a hunting cabin or a fishing cabin, boom, this is your way to go. Store the stuff there, set it down as a bunk when it's time to crash out. I love the East to West manufacturing process, because what they do is they reduce and they reuse. They really shrink their carbon footprint, which allows them to kind of pass on a lot of savings, which is why with the Altas, you'll find a lot of upgraded features in entry-level fiberglass campers that you won't find anywhere else. I mean, these are high-end amenities. Brushed nickel fixtures, residential-style sinks. Check out my medicine cabinet right there. Got this 36-inch walk-in single surround shower, brushed nickel fixtures, large skylight popping in. Got the plastic bowl right there with the foot flush. The herringbone pattern that's in the floor, not only are their floors the easy to clean linoleum, but some of them you'll even notice have the herringbone pattern that continues all the way into the shower, which is really cool. And as I mentioned, if you got the furry friends with you, check it out. They have a pet drawer down here. A lot of the East to West Altas come pet friendly because Forest River is pet friendly. Now, deep, good storage, solid wood construction. You're going to find that all the way around. And the East to West Altas also come pretty standard with the 10 cubic foot 12-volt fridge freezer combos. These are great because they're frost resistant. They run on 12 volt and they're 10 cubic foot. A lot of manufacturers, sure, they couldn't access the regular style RV fridges, but they could get these 10 cubic feet. So the shortage was really your gain because you get a bigger fridge. Come over here, you got the extra large dinette. Oh man, and this is where the rubber hits the road. So here we are in Texas. You got the family with you. Maybe you went down to Schlitterbahn, or maybe you're going over to NASA, whatever. You come make that camped cooked meal over in the kitchen, or maybe you bought some brisket from Franklin's or whatever, and you put it in the fridge, getting ready to serve it up. You're hanging out, you're looking out the window, you see the beautiful Texas sunsets, or when you're waking up in the morning with the coffee and you see those beautiful Texas sunrises. I mean, this is where you're making the memories and reconnecting with the loved ones that you did not get a chance to do in 2020 because of all the craziness going on. 2021 is going to be the year of RV travel. Plain and simple. That's why with the Ultimate RV Show, we're allowing you to really lock in some great pricing on great units. And we have over 80,000 Factory Fresh units coming. So if you say, Chris, this 2100 MBH, pretty sweet, starting at $25,399 or as low as $6.28 a day, I can get on that. How do I lock that in? Plain and simple. Just drop me a comment down below, RV, or text RV to 46642. Over here on the off-camp side, you got your 3-burner cooktop with the glass cover. Look at those grill-style grates. Easy to remove and clean, but even easier to move the pots and pans around. I got me a little Magic Chef oven. And I'm not going to lie, I thought the Magic Chef meant whatever I put in there was going to come out good. You still got to prep and know what you're doing. Just because it's a Magic Chef doesn't mean you're going to magically get drop-off-the-bone meat. No, it doesn't happen like that. Got storage all around this RV too. Full extension on the ball bearing drives. You even have it under each side of the dinette here. Just some of the features you're going to get with the East to West Altas. You're going to get additional storage. You're going to get 81 inches in ceiling height, which, especially being down here in Texas with those summers, when the lower the roof, the hotter the camper feels, or at least that's how it is with me. Having these high ceilings, especially with all the vents and the fans that we have in here, really allows for the air to circulate. Want some entertainment? You got the Furion TV on the swivel back here, so you can turn it either way. If the kids want to watch it up here in the bunks, they can. Or if you want to watch it over here in the living area, you absolutely can. Large, undermounted, stainless steel farmhouse style sink with the sprayer nozzle right there. Wood valances on the windows. Now you got a 30,000 BTU furnace in this one, 15,000 BTU air conditioner. So good cooling, good heating in this. And when it comes time to sit back and do some entertaining and relaxing, over here on the off-camp side, we got a Furion AM/FM command center with speakers built in. Now, this is dual zone too, plus it's HDMI. So if I wanted to play the music from my cell phone and do it outside, I absolutely can. But the great thing about this 21 MBH is the versatility. Right now, my sofa, which is a jackknife, that also has the legs that come out, so I could kind of kick back if I wanted to. But when I'm ready to make this a bed, I could either kick this out and do the jackknife, or you got a queen size Murphy bed. And Kev, see if you can get here on this. I like the way they designed this latch pin. Not only is it easy to get out, but when you push it back in, they just slide and latch in. Talk about making life easier for yourself. That is awesome. Make the Murphy bed. Just watch your feet, watch your fingers. Boom. Pull this down. And boom. You got yourself a queen size bed. Now, the only thing with the 2100 MBH is you don't really have the separation of space. But if you're using this as a hunting cabin, fishing cabin, or you got property down at the lake, maybe you're down at Lake Austin, you need a spot to set something up where the family can crash their heads at night, great spot. You got large ward storage on both sides, as well as nightstand space, dual USB and power ports on the doubled nightstands / side tables. Just beautiful. I like the east-west Altus. Plus, when we take a look on the outside, check out these beautiful painted fiberglass sidewalls. Now, this one starts at $25,399 or as low as $6.28 a day to sleep 7 people comfortably in your RV and see America the safest way possible. I mean, come on. If this is what you're looking for, this is in your wheelhouse. Chris, we need something, you know, roughly 5,100 pounds dry, about, 25 feet long, that could sleep 7 people. We need some bunks, or excuse me, 28 feet long, can sleep 7 people. Then you need to text RV to 46642 or drop me a comment down below RV. Got that molded fiberglass end cap, the one-piece seamless Superflex roof with the running lights over here on the front, and you got that vacuum bonded roof in there too. Really doing a good job of keeping it one piece, making it strong, reinforced, walkable, the whole nine. Diamond plated rock guard, twin 20-pound LP tanks, powered tongue jack up front, single I-beam frame. So what that means is just one piece on that frame, which makes it more solid and sturdier. Plus you got drop frame storage in here. Drop frame just means the frame comes down lower, so you're able to get more storage space in your pass-through storage right there. Adjustable arm. We even got a little hideaway storage box right here behind the solid steps. I like this because, like my buddy Jay says, that's where you hide the good stuff. So when I go camping, there's 2 things I always have. Something to rub the brisket with and a bottle of Blanton's. What are the 2 things you'll never find inside my camper? Something to rub the brisket with and my Blanton's, because they're hidden. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if I had the Alta, that's where the Blanton's would go. Because right behind my double axle, I got myself my outdoor fridge, because I like my bourbon with a little bit of chill on it, get my 3-finger pour, I'm good to go. Capital Grill with that Radiant style burner. Look at the space and the coverage that we have here. You don't just have 2 burners that you have to put something on. You can put the burgers, the steaks, the whole nine right there and do some really good outdoor cooking. Lock it up, you got the magnetic anti-slam all the way around with the covered hinges. We even have the LP Quick Connect, so if you want to set up and do your own grilling, you absolutely can. But here's the deal with the Ultimate RV Show National Tour. Wow, I like the arch of that roof. They did a good job. They have really begun to make the roofs a lot more arched, which not only gives you more space on the inside and gives you those barrel style ceilings, but it helps keep the water off the top of the roof. And those nozzles really help run everything away from the awning, the slides if you have them, and the people enjoying your company while you're there. But with the Ultimate RV Show, we can't show you all the features that we want to show you, but we have specialists standing by who will help you out. If you say, Chris, I have questions about this East to West Alta. Does it have powered jacks? Yeah, sure does. Got them right there. Chris, you know, what about these aluminum rims, those nitro-filled tires? You know, hey, if I'm gonna be towing and going to X, Y, and Z, I have some questions. We have specialists standing by right now who will help you answer those questions and find the one that's right for you. But if you're looking for a feature-packed, just loaded down RV at an entry-level price, these East to West Altas cannot be beat. The one that I'm standing here right now is the 2100 MBH, starting at $25,399 or as low as $6.28 a day. If you say, Chris, I love it, how do I get this one? Text RV or to 46642 or drop me a comment down below, RV. Check out, I got my battery disconnect, got all my connections, my spray port, and I got my little porthole right here, so if I want to make everything secure, all my connections are locked behind my storage. If you say, Chris, this is cool, but I want one with a slide, I need something a little bit bigger, then text FRESH to 46642 or drop me a comment down below, FRESH. Right now, it's all about the East to West Altas, and we got a lot of them here at the Ultimate RV Show National Tour. As we continue down the line in Texas, somebody go hit the taco truck. I hear it coming.
Now, Sean, I know I have a little bit of a new look, so I can see how you'd get myself and Chris confused, but the good-looking man outside, that was Chris. I'm in here to tell people about generators. Now, when we're talking about power for an RV, you're gonna have essentially two different voltages. You'll have 12 volt, which is the power that will be coming from your battery, and then you'll have 120, and that will either be from shore power or from something like this, which is a generator. I get asked often, you know, if most RVs come with generators, and the answer is no. A lot of motorhomes will. They'll be a little more self-sufficient. Or if you have a toy hauler. Toy haulers often come with them as well. They're at least prepped for them. And then some high-end fifth wheels. But outside of that, you're going to have to start looking at portable options. And when you start looking, you might get a little bit of sticker shock because you may see one that's $300, $400, and then something like this that's a quarter of the size and is $1,200. And you'll be thinking, Ian, why is something that's so much smaller, have less wattage, so much more money? Well, couple different reasons, because when you're talking about generators, you have two different types essentially. You'll have your standard generator, which is what you'll use if you lose power in the middle of winter, right? You want to make sure that your food doesn't go bad. You need something to be able to plug your fridge into. A standard generator will work just fine, assuming you have the proper wattage. Where people start to run into problems is that those are very loud. And if you're camping anywhere where you have campers next to you, it's often considered very rude to run a standard generator because of the noise, especially if you plan on running it at night. Not only will it be loud and make it hard for you to sleep, but it'll also be hard for your neighbors to sleep too. So most RVers go with something a little more like this, which is an inverter generator. And essentially what it does is it takes the AC that a generator would normally put out, inverts it into DC and then back into AC. And that does a couple things. One is it smooths it out. Why that's important to have a smooth power band is your standard generator, and you can hear them, right? You'll hear it kind of rev up and rev down. And that power spike can actually damage electronics at times. So if you have something that's really sensitive, and that's your main power source, you can actually do damage, and that's not something we want. By having it nice and smooth, you'll get that nice, clean power coming through. And so if you have a laptop or tablet plugged into it, you will certainly enjoy that. The other big benefit, as we kind of talked about, is the noise. So these are going to be significantly quieter, and that's why most RVers go this route. The other thing to consider is the usage you're going to have. You have to think about your microwave, your AC unit. If you have a hairdryer, a toaster, those are all going to be big power draws. Your AC is the big one. That's what most people want the generator for, because your battery will run your lights, it'll run your power awning, it'll run your ton jack, because all that's going to be on 12 volt. But the AC is one that people often want. So the number one selling unit is this one right here, which is the Honda EU2200, and it has a companion. So what you'll actually do is you'll get the companion and this one. There's a parallel cable where you can connect the two so that you're able to run both of them at the same time, because one on its own isn't enough to power the AC, but both of them are. And the reason people get the two instead of one big one is, I'll tell you what, why don't you come on down to Camping World? We'll do a little lift competition. We'll see which one you would like to carry around more. If you'd rather carry two of these, or if you want to pick up that big monster right there. Will they both do the job? Of course they will. But these are easier to carry, they're easier to store, they will still give you the same amount of power, it's clean power, and it's quiet. So you definitely do your research. Come on down, talk to people here at Camping World. We have experts available, but what you'll often find out is it is 100% worth the money to spend a little more in the beginning, get something that's going to work better for you. Now, when we start looking at the generator world, there are different things to take into consideration too, like dual fuel. If you want to be able to run gasoline and propane, you can power it off of both. You will get different wattages. But again, come on down, we'll help you size it, make sure we get the right generator for your RVing needs so that you can be anywhere you want to be and still have power.
There's a lot of things we do right in Texas. One of them is relax, because we know how to. That's why with the Ultimate RV Show National Tour and these East to West Altas, which is what this segment is all about, you can rest easy in knowing that you're going to relax easy and well. What's up? It's Chris Young, seated inside the 2850 KRL East to West Alta. This one can easily sleep 5 people, roughly 6,800 pounds dry weight, 33 feet long. You are looking at a king-size bed with a walk-through bathroom in a rear living RV that is like your own little special getaway. If you want to take this and just set this up down there around Corpus Christi, or if you want to run it up to Dallas, put it on your land in between Dallas and Oklahoma and just kind of, you know, have you a spot to go if you want to go hunt every now and then. These are great because with the East to West Alta, with the East to West Altas, easy for you to say, Chris. Maybe you should go back to sitting down and resting and relaxing. You get features that you won't find in what I like to consider entry-level fiberglass RVs. Sure, they're fiberglass, they're going to be a little bit lighter weight, they're going to be more feature-packed, you're going to have things like heated enclosed underbellies, but you're going to get things like 81-inch high ceilings, which allows you to have a little bit more headroom in the slides. And this one, starting at $34,045 or as low as $8.15 a day, allows you to do what you didn't do in 2020. Really get out and enjoy not only loved ones, but seeing places that you want to see. Right back here in the rear, you're going to see residential fixtures on all of our cabinetry all the way around, plus solid wood construction, wood valances on all the large panoramic windows, my comfortable recliners back here. And I had them pushed all the way back up so you didn't see how the legs come out, but comfortable, plush, and when you get those Texas nights and that breeze is coming in, open up those windows for the cross breeze. This is actually a good night's sleep kicked out in these comfortable leather bad boys right here. Over on the off-camp side, I got my plush leather sofa, which is also a tri-fold, so you got a sleeper right there, which is what contributes to being able to sleep 5 people in this one. Over here on the campsite is my entertainment. I got a TV on a swivel that also pulls out, so if I want to angle it to wherever I want to see, I can watch it. It's my Furion Vibration Smart TV, which there are TVs specifically designed for RVs, which is why you get the ones that you get when you get an RV, because you go in, I ain't heard of Furion. Well, that's because they're made for RVs. Lots of storage in this one, and the construction and the quality that East to West puts in the Altas is evident all the way around, from the vacuum bonded roof that we have up here to the Azdel, which is along the insulation in the walls. What is Azdel? It's a laminated material that doesn't have any mold or mildew. It's extremely lightweight, and it kind of replaces that Luan backing that you might have heard of. Furion sound bar right there. Storage panel right there underneath, and you'll see with our 30,000 BTU furnace, our ducts are inside the cabinetry. That's because underneath this slip-resistant, easy-to-clean herringbone flooring, you won't have the soft spots that will cause you to kind of, as you're walking, kind of sink in and rock and flow. A 10 cubic foot, 12-volt fridge freezer combo. You're seeing a lot of these in 2021 because, well, access to RV fridges was kind of tough in 2020, but their loss is your gain because you get more space with the 10 cubic foot, and it's 12 volt, plus it's frost resistant. So a lot of times with those fridges that run while you're going down the road or you're running constantly, you would come in, you'd have that layer of frost on both the fridge and the freezer. Solid surface pressed countertop too in my L-shaped kitchen over here in the campsite. This is nice. Kev, take a look at that window. That is not only great light coming through, that is also visibility to watch the kids, see what's going on out there. I got some additional prep space right here with the extendable countertop if I need it. Cutting board cover for my undermounted farmhouse style sink. Love these because they're huge. You're beginning to see these residential style sinks in a lot of RVs. Plus, a residential sprayer. I mean, that is a nice have right there. And for Texas, the one thing we know how to do in Texas is cook and eat. Okay, that's two things, but we know how to do them. Greystone flush mounted microwave. And when you're camping, why give up quality cooking when you got plenty of space, plenty of countertop? You even have a flush mounted 3-burner cooktop right here, which allows you to extend that prep space. Open it up and you got your grill style grates on your burner. Got your Magic Chef oven right there. Pull out drawer, LED accent lights on there as well. And look at the extra large dinette here, 81 inches on this one. Love this because you could easily fit 2+ people in here. And it's not a mounted table. The table can actually come out. So if you want to take this outside, you can. But it reduces down to make the booth dinette a sleeper. But I want you to envision this. So you're saying, Chris, you got 80,000 Factory Fresh RVs coming. East to West Alta is a great name. They got some industry-leading features. They got tons of amenities that I want, but I need a bunkhouse. Okay, just text FRESH to 46642 or drop me a comment down below, FRESH. Now, if you say, I kind of like the 2850 KRL starting at $34,045 or as low as $8.15 a day to sleep 5 people, 33 feet long, 6,800 pounds, give me that one. Just drop me a comment down below, RV, or text RV to 46642. But picture this. You're out with the family, you're out with the loved ones. No matter where you're going, you're traveling in your own home. You're taking your space with you. And right here are some of the largest panoramic windows you're going to find inside RVs. You know how beautiful that Texas skyline is, right? How beautiful the sunsets are, the sunrises, the beaches. Oh, man. Let me tell you, watching the sun on the water at Corpus Christi, when I went to University of Texas years ago, and we would do those spring break trips. My buddy had a camper we would take down there. God, man. Those were some great memories. So beautiful. And when you get out and you see America the safest way possible, that's what you're able to do. You're able to create those memories that you might not think is a memory, but your loved ones absolutely do. Now, what I like about the 2850 KRL is the true separation of space with the true walk-through bathroom. I am big on separation of space because if you do bring family members with you, sure, reconnecting is great, but you still need your sanctuary, your space away from everybody. So having something like this with the solid pocket door, coming into the bathroom with plenty of countertop space, oversized vanity sink, corner-mounted medicine cabinet right there. I got the angled plastic bowl with the foot flush, the 36 by 30 residential style shower here, the single surround with the brushed nickel fixtures. And since it is an east to west, you're gonna get a king size bed. Intercoil spring mattress right here. Strut supported storage underneath. A great spot for your golf bags. Boom, I got a TV mount over there if I wanna put it up. Got plenty of storage here. And I got a separate AC inside the bedroom with the quick cool dump. So you got a 15K in the living area, 13.5 here in the bedroom. Even got my own access point. Do you see that over here, Kev? This is my getaway. It's my getaway. When my Longhorns lose or they begin to lose, this is what Chris does. He takes off running, he hides and he screams because I can't take it. I'm an avid Longhorns fan. You know, me and Matthew McConaughey go back like Cadillac seats when it comes to being those Longhorn fans. All right, all right, all right. This RV is all right, all right, all right. As is the Ultimate RV Show National Tour. You've been looking for that. $34,045 or as low as $8.15 for this 2021 East to West Alta 2850 KRL. Go ahead and drop me a comment down below, RV, or text RV to 46642 so you can get in on this beautiful solid step over steps. I got my little hideaway storage box right there. Fiberglass with the painted graphics, love it. LP Quick Connect. Now, this is a double axle, and we have specialists that are standing by to answer a lot of questions that I'm sure you're probably having right now. I would love to be able to answer them, but I'm on this side of the camera. I can't. I would love to be able to meet you. If you've ever had a chance to meet me and walk through an RV, you A, know how much I love them, and B, you know how much I love finding out what you want to do with them and helping you complete that. That's what we have all across the country. At Camping World and Gander RV and Outdoors, over 150 locations with people standing by right now to help you during the Ultimate RV Show. So Drop fresh down below or text fresh to 46642. Let them guide you through the process of finding the right RV for you. Over 80,000 factory fresh units are coming. External entertainment, I got my cable satellite connections right there. Power port. I got the double axle on this one with the Dexter Easy Lube axles. Here is my separate entry point into the master right there with the fold-up steps. And I think I mentioned earlier too, they got that vacuum bonded roof, super strong to walk on. But over here on the front, we got this fiberglass molded end cap with the running lights, 20-pound LP tanks. This is the off-camp side of my pass-through storage right here, or also known as my external command center. My battery disconnect, my external sprayer ports, you know, city water connection, cable, all this, that, and the other thing. And I like it because I can lock my connections. There's a little porthole there. Safety and security is huge. Black tank flush, my dumps, beautiful slide right here. So if you want a full walk around, they can tell you about the power leveling jacks. They can tell you about what type of amp service you're gonna need. They'll tell you about the spare tire. They'll tell you about the roof mounted backup camera. They'll tell you about the awning with the LED light strip. Ask them all the questions that you need to ask. Say, hey, what is extended climate guard and why is Asdale so important? We heard Chris say something about there's no mold, no mildew. There's no, you know, what does that mean? Let them walk you through and find out, hey, where are you gonna take your camper? What are you gonna tow it with? Because that's the most important thing. How many people are you gonna sleep? Those are all factors in making sure you get the right RV, and our folks are going to walk you through it. So if you're saying, Chris, that 2850 KRL starting at $34,045 or $8.15 a day, dude, I'm on that one. How do I get it? RV down below or text RV to 46642. Chris, I hear what you're saying. I have a lot of questions, not about this unit, but about something else. Maybe I'm looking for a motorized. Okay, great. Text FRESH to 46642. Drop me a comment down below. FRESH. Because the Ultimate RV Show National Tour is all about helping you understand that 2021 is the year of RV travel. How great it is, how amazing these RVs are, and right now, how amazing the East to West Altas are. And we got more coming as the Ultimate RV Show National Tour continues.
Demand for RVs is at historic levels, which is why we are working around the clock to bring you over 80,000 Factory Fresh RVs. That's the largest selection of RVs in the world. Fresh from the factory to our stores to your driveway or campsite. RVs are made by Americans for Americans. And now you can see America for less. Shop over 80,000 Factory Fresh RVs, starting at just $5 a day. Click, call, or visit your local Camping World or Gander RV and Outdoors today.
So here we are in the East to West section, and Chris Young, who I often mistake for Ian. So all I have to do is now look for the cowboy hat because we put Ian in a great hat here.
Smart move.
When you're in Texas, and he's got the great boots. He's so excited about those, and Chris is so jealous about that. But I know that as soon as he's done with day 3 here in week 4, he's going to be running out and getting himself a cowboy hat because he'll look good, and he'll be able to round up even more deals. Now, earlier, this is Nellie, if you don't know, from the Jergies. And Nellie, we were talking about camping with kids.
Yep.
Something else, you had that awesome high chair, by the
So
way.
cool.
That kind of doubles as a camping chair. Something else for the kids that you highly recommend?
You know, I always say a good wagon. There's some cheaper wagons out there, and they'll work. But if you get a good wagon, we have one, and it has like sturdy wheels, and we can take it on any trail. It's so awesome.
And you know what's great? Whether we're in Florida or on the East Coast somewhere, everywhere we have been with the Jergies, we have seen the wagons that you guys bring the
Use
kids.
them a lot.
It's so easy. It's so simple the way you guys have done it. And if you don't follow the Jergies, make sure you do that. You can follow them on their socials, YouTube, Instagram. It's all right there. Now, we're really excited because we're going to be giving away an RV a little bit later.
Man.
But first, we got to get back to Chris, and he's going to talk about the East to West Alta 2800 KBH. And Chris knows his stuff when we talk about East to West. So why don't we go ahead and turn it back over to Chris?
Do it.
Hey, buddy, take it away.
Look, man, I'm just trying to take a break, okay? Trying to get some of this Texas brisket. Ultimate RV Show, all about the East to West Altas. I smelled it coming from Bubba's, and I thought, ooh, maybe if I had a chance and Kevin didn't have that camera in my face standing back there with his 7'6", 418 pound, looking like Magilla Gorilla holding a cell phone with his big camera rig. But you know what? With the Ultimate RV Show National Tour, we do need to tell you about how awesome these East to West Altars are. They have so many different floor plans, but they are a feature-packed entry-level camper. I say entry-level, but entry-level to me is based off of price. So if you're looking for something that has residential style appliances, stainless steel, I mean, heated enclosed underbelly, vacuum bonded roofs with 81-inch high ceilings, and you say, well, Chris, that's not really entry level. You're right, but the price point is, and during the Ultimate RV Show, they're even better. So for example, I'm standing in the 2800 kBH, which is a king bunkhouse unit. Most of the East to West Altas come with king beds. That's another feature that you won't find in a lot of RVs. But right back here, we got some double over double bunks with the solid ladder built in, 300-pound capacity on both of these with dual USB charging ports, and even with the bottom bunk, you get that storage option. So if you want to, you know, put your bikes back there, your golf bags, your hunting gear, whatever you want to do, you got a great option there. And the ladder being securely mounted really gives the kids a good chance to get up and down easily and securely. But you're not skimping on anything for the rest of the family inside this camper, including storage. Check out my pantry storage. Oh, hang on. Let me get the light because it's motion sensing. Look at that. That is a walk-in closet, my friends. Pantry / wardrobe. Now, if you got some of those nice rifles in the big cases and you're going to go hunting, or you're going to set something up as a hunting cabin, maybe you got some land up there in East Texas near, north of Tyler, and you know that's some good hunting land, there's your storage spot right there. Here's your crashing spots right here for all your hunting friends. Or the ladies' weekend getaway, that ladies' trip. You can do anything with an RV because you're traveling in your own home, your safety, your security. And right now, during the Ultimate RV Show, this 2800 kBH starts at $33,092. How about that? Look at that residential style shower. 36 by 30. Got the porcelain bowl with the foot flush. I got some storage right there. I got a big old skylight inside the shower. Countertop space, prep space, large vanity sink, plus my corner mounted little medicine cabinet there. I mean, and for as low as $7.92 a day, yeah, that's it. That's it. You heard that right. Starting at $33,029 or as low as $7.92 a day. For you to take up to 9 people, roughly 33 feet long, 6,800 pounds dry, and go see whatever you want to see in the great state of Texas in the safety and security of your own home. Right over here on the off-camp side, I got my plush, comfortable Allure furniture. Chris, how do we get it? Well, I mean, you could bring me some burnt ends, and I might think about letting you have it. How's that for a trade-off? But they got to be good burnt ends. I don't want them nasty ones, at all. You know what I'm talking about. Texas nose brisket, large panoramic windows, wood balances on these, residential appeal, slip-resistant, easy-to-clean flooring. Look at the beautiful frosted glass inlays that we have here. If you do want this, you can drop RV or Fresh down below, or text RV or Fresh to 46642. RV, if you say this 2800 kBH is for me. RV, that one's for me. Fresh, if you say, hey, I like this one, but I want something a little bit different. We got over 80,000 Factory Fresh units coming. Those RVs are going to be hitting the stores with over 150 locations in Camping World and Gander RV and Outdoors. They're going to be rocking very soon. So go ahead and lock in that price now by doing that. Sound bar built in. Got me some storage components, shelf right there. A little mudroom for my dirty shoes if I want to put those in there. I just picked up some Tony Llamas while I was down here. Man, I love going into that plant. Oh, 10 cubic foot Magic Chef 12-volt fridge freezer combo. Why is that cool? Well, it was hard for the manufacturers to really get the RV fridges this past year. So they got bigger fridges, the 10.7 cubic feet. So their loss is your gain because you get more room. Got some additional storage down there if you need it as well. LED accent lighting underneath. And if you'll notice, the ductwork is inside the cabinetry on the East to West Altas. Not only with their manufacturing, they reduce and reuse, which allows them to shrink their carbon footprint, but also pass along a lot of savings to you. They put the ductwork in the cabinetry so that you don't get soft spots in the floor. So when you walk in, you don't get that, wobbly feeling. Flush mounted microwave, plenty of prep space here on the countertop. And right now we have specialists standing by that will answer questions for you. They will say, hey, this looks like a lot of drawer storage. This is great. What's this little one down here? Well, that's for your pets, your family, friends. You know, hey, the booth dinette that you have over here, the table, it removes. Can I take that outside? Yes, absolutely. They're thinking about that. Functionality, versatility, and options so that you can you can easily fit 4 people, probably 6 people inside these oversized dinettes. Have some fun, do some reconnecting. That's what the Ultimate RV Show is all about. Helping you see that there are so many options with RVs. You could lose your mind, but it's a good way of losing your mind because you can all of a sudden start thinking about all the great places you can go, all the people that you want to bring with you. You got your family, your friends, maybe your kids, their friends, taking them all and heading down to Schlitterbahn. I mean, all day long. 15,000 BTU air conditioner there in the main living area, 13.5 here in the master bedroom. And if you check out the bedroom, they have redesigned the bedroom for 2021. Sure, we got the frosted glass right here. We got the mirrored wardrobe. I got me some USB charging and some power ports over there. Right here, I got me some drawers. But Kev, you know how much I like Matthew McConaughey, right? Yeah, that's my boy. All right. Check out the Matthew McConaughey hideaway under the king size bed. Yes, you have a under bed wardrobe, not only with a little storage shelf here, pull out drawers, full extension on the ball bearing drives, little storage space over here. So if you want to put your golf bags, or if you say, that's where I'm gonna put the good Girl Scout cookies, because the kids won't even think about looking here. And best part, when the bed is down, you can still put stuff under the bed without even having to lift it. Slide your golf bags in there, you know, your fishing gear, your tackle boxes, whatever you want. The master bedroom not only has a solid pocket door, but its own access point. Really cool, really residential. East to West Alta knows what they're doing when it comes to style and convenience with helping you enjoy the RV experience. Because if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to want to do it again. So this is the 2800 KBH. Roughly 6,800 pounds dry weight, 33 feet 8 inches long, sleeps 9 people, starting at $33,029 or as low as $7.92 a day. I mean, entry-level price, luxurious features. I would call that the best mix of Texas one could find, wouldn't you? Don't have to pay as much to get more. If that ain't Texas, I don't know what is. Look at my outside kitchen I got on this beauty too. Sure, I got a little LP Quick Connect. If I want to bring my grill, I can plug that in, no thing. But my Capital Grill, 8,500 BTUs of heat coming off this thing too, so it will cook. But I love the Radiant style cover because I don't just have 2 burners or 3 burners where I can put stuff. I have more area here to do steaks, burgers, veggies, the whole 9. When I'm done, close it up, lock it away. I got my little mini dorm style fridge right here where I'm gonna keep my bourbon so it's cold because I like it neat. With my 3-finger pour, anti-slam latch right there. The hinges are even covered so you don't get those rust streaks going down. So this is not only going to stay looking good and clean because of the graphics that it has on it, automotive coating so it's not going to fade, plus you got the sealed safety glass all the way around, extra large grab handle, step over or the step above steps, and if you notice the top step is a little bit bigger. That's for safety and security, plus it's pet friendly. Even got my little hideaway storage box that's lockable right there. But if you have questions, because you probably will, hopefully you will, then we have people standing by right now who will help answer them for you. All you have to do is just leave us a comment, RV or Fresh. RV if this one is for me, Fresh if I want something different. They'll tell you about the double axle, the 14-inch aluminum rims, the nitro-filled tires. What does it mean to have the Dexter Easy Lube axles? Why is double axle so important with, you know, the suspension? What's the difference between double, single, and triple axle? Which one's right for me? What it really boils down to is what are you going to tow with? Where do you want to take it? How many people are you sleeping? You bring those questions to any of our specialists at over 150 locations. They will help walk you through that process. But during the Ultimate RV Show, we got people standing by right now. Cable connection, power connection, right there. I got the adjustable pitch on my Solera arm here. LED light strip, or excuse me, on my awning right here. There's my entry point. My drop frame pass-through storage. What does that mean? Well, what they did was they just dropped the frame so that you got more room on the storage right here. Good for gun cases, you know, beach towels, beach chairs, whatever you want. You got that beautiful fiberglass end cap with the running lights, twin 20-pound LP tanks, a single welded I-beam frame on this thing too, which really means you're gonna have more support, more stability inside, outside, and underneath with this RV. Oh, not to mention a heated and enclosed underbelly. It's a nice feature. You don't want them tanks freezing on you. So many things that I would love to tell you about the East to West Altas, but the Ultimate RV Show, we just don't have a whole lot of time. So reach out to one of our specialists and let them walk you through it, because they are there. They will help find the one that's right for you. Just remember, fresh and RV. RV, if this is for me. If you like the 2800 kBH starting at $33,029 or as low as $7.92, then text RV to 46642 or drop me a comment down below RV. Fresh, if you say, Chris, yeah, that's funky fresh, but you got 80,000 Factory Fresh RVs coming. How do I get one of those? I want to see some of them. Drop me a comment down below fresh or text fresh to 46642. We got more East to West Altas coming as the Ultimate RV Show National Tour continues.
Sooner or later, everyone's bound to encounter someone in need. If you're one of the stopping kind, chances are it was passed down.
Hey, Mom.
Some good that you observed from early on. Call it going the extra mile or paying it forward. We just call it being good. Spend a lifetime doing good.
Thank you.
Because the next generation is watching.
Hi everyone, I'm Ian Baker, and today we have a special episode of Between Two Grills. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joined here by my good friends Tiffany and Caleb with us, the Remingtons, and today we're actually going to talk a little bit about Good Sam Parks. It's one of those aspects of Good Sam a lot of people love. I know you guys have had some experience with the parks.
Love them.
Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, well, actually, we full-timed for almost 2 years at a Good Sam Park.
Okay.
Campland on the Bay in San Diego.
Yeah. All right.
Absolutely amazing. We love the amenities of it, but the biggest perk was obviously being parked right on the water, being able to take our stand-up paddleboard, our kayaks, and just being able to see the sunrise and sunsets over the water is like so incredible. We loved it.
I'm jealous.
You should have came here.
I know.
But yeah, we started traveling just on this Ultimate RV Show National Tour, and what we love is just going on the Good Sam website and typing in our next destination and finding all the Good Sam locations along the way. We've used that so many times, and you know, we found some of the most amazing sites. Like we said, we always love the good amenities, that they got the koozie. You know, I gotta have a koozie on the pool. Sometimes it's heated, but most of the time,
he's very bougie.
That's true. Most of the time, I'm looking for the lake or the pond, and sure enough, we stayed at 3 different Good Sam locations. And
Lake Kerr.
Lake Kerr.
It was on the border of North Carolina and Virginia.
Oh, beautiful
Especially
area.
in like winter camping. I don't know if this is like normal, but it was untouched. There was maybe 2 other people on the campground, but there was forest of trees. The lake was just so serene, glassy.
Sounds like a Pinterest picture.
It was, no, honestly,
Instagram?
it was.
Instagram.
There we go.
But that's what's nice is that you can go kind of like boondock in the woods on the lake, or you can go to like the luxury resorts like where we were at in San Diego and get to experience both lifestyles, which is super neat, and I love it. And we get to save. And we have discounts every single time, so that's incredible.
I'm glad you brought that up, because you know, you're looking at over 2,400 different Good Sam campgrounds across the nation, and like you said, there's kind of different campgrounds for every lifestyle depending on what you do, right? I mean, if you enjoy biking or backpacking, you know, I mean, there's campgrounds for you. If you want to wake up to a beautiful view, you know, the sunrise coming up over the lake or the sunset, which I still want, or you know, like I said, even if you're going winter camping, right? There's a lot of people, like you said, it's something that a lot of people haven't gotten into, but it's starting to become more and more popular. People are getting out, doing some winter camping, really starting to enjoy it. You know, being able to go skiing or snowshoeing or, you know, just enjoying the natural beauty. And with the Good Sam Parks located all throughout the country,
So it's easy to find one. You know,
It
the
is.
amenities you want.
And we're normally like a planner, so.
Okay.
But this trip, we're not going to plan. We're going to just use the Good Sam website and just find our next location each time, and it's worked out every time.
That's awesome.
So.
That's awesome.
Never had a bad experience with any of the campgrounds. We've stayed at a few where we're like, this is a little sketchy. They weren't Good Sams, but we know the difference between a good site and a bad site, and trust me, every Good Sam campground has been top-notch quality.
It's not a Good Sam, it's a Bad Sam campground.
Yeah, it was a Bad Sam, yeah. Evil stepbrother.
All right, guys. Well, thanks again so much for joining me. Folks, if you want to become part of the over 2 million members in the largest RV community in the country, starting at only $29 a day, you can not only save on retail, but as Tiffany and Caleb said, you can also save on the campgrounds and have access to all those all throughout the country. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Ian.
Roughly 7,900 pounds, 37 feet long, can easily sleep 8 people, and has the east to west Alta features. You're looking at the 3150 KBH, starting at $29,995 or as low as $7.17 a day for you to get out and go see America the safest way possible. What's up? It's Chris Young, huge fan of the east to west. You may have heard me talk a little bit about their manufacturing, you know, how they do things. They have this really sustainable process. They are big into reducing and reusing, mainly to shrink the carbon footprint. They are extremely environmentally conscious. They want to make sure when you get out and enjoy the outdoors that it's still there. But by doing that, it allows them to put in some higher end features and pass along savings to you. So I call these entry-level fiberglass RVs. But at the end of the day, they're only entry-level in price. For example, right back here in the rear of this one is the bunk room. Separated by a solid door, you got a double bunk over here on the campsite, sitting on top of the entertainment center with plenty of storage, and you're gonna see upgraded residential thing. I mean, even with the appliances, the stainless steel appliances, it's upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. We got a 13.5 BTU air conditioner back here. Over here on the off-camp side, I got myself a single over bunk sitting on top of my little Jackknife Sofa. Uh-oh, gotta push the clip back in. So if I want to kick this out, I absolutely could. There we go. But what's cool about this is you see these little clips on the side? As you're sitting there, the legs come out. So you can, you know, sit back and kind of relax. Because here in Texas, if it's one thing we like, it's relaxing. But the bunk rooms give you options not only for if you're carrying the kids with you. Let's say you want to do a week-long trip down to New Braunfels. You want to hit Schlitterbahn, and you know you want to just go do whatever. Maybe you want to go to Houston, check out NASA. The kids have their own space where they can come here and entertain and have fun and have options not only for sleeping but just relaxing as well. And because it is kids and it is Texas, you can shut them off and you can have your sanctuary away from the bunk room until one of them does something that makes you go, I'll be back. Hangars strategically placed right here. And since this is a double access RV, the access point with this bunk room is in the bathroom, which a lot of them are. And this one, you have the neo angled shower with the glass enclosures, the large angled skylight right there with the corner notches. I got that beautiful brushed nickel fixtures on my handles and my controls going all the way around. Extra large sink, mirrored medicine cabinet, porcelain bowl with the foot flush, slip resistant, easy to clean, this linoleum flooring. And just over the years, they have just upgraded feature after feature inside these RVs. And East to West just decided to take it to the max, adding little things that will really enhance that RVing experience while you're out and enjoying it, because they know when you get out there, if you don't enjoy it, you're not gonna wanna do it again. So why build an RV that doesn't have creature comforts of home in it? That's such a beautiful combination. It's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It's not like it was 10 years ago where RVing was sometimes a little bit of pain in the neck. Now, not so bad. You got seamless pressed surface countertops in this L-shaped kitchen over here on the campsite. Huge panoramic windows, upgraded windows in this too. So you get larger windows, larger airflow, larger light flow. Plus, we got ourselves a little pet door. Because, I mean, you bring the family along with you. The pets are family too. They got to enjoy things. You'll notice too, right above that LED accent light, that is our ductwork inside the cabinetry. East to West does that in the Altas so that you don't have the soft spots inside the floor. Because the ductworks can sometimes be areas of soft spots. But if you need to do some cleaning and some prep work, because you know down here in Texas, we know how to cook, we know how to eat, good spot to do it here. Undermounted stainless steel sink right there with my high-rise sprayer faucet. Got my 3-burner cooktop. I got plenty of cabinet space, microwaves. I got a 10 cubic foot fridge freezer combo that is 12 volts. Yes, 12 volt and frost resistant. Because you know, if you're running down the road, sometimes if you did have a 12 volt fridge, you know, they would get that frost on the outside. Just, you know, you don't need that. They don't have it here. Storage underneath both sides of my booth dinette right here. And my table is removable. Sure, this reduces down and this becomes a sleeper, which helps with our 8-person sleep count on this 3150 kBH, but you can take it outside and use it outside without having to get a separate table. East to West Alta 3150 kBH starting at $29,995 or as low as $7.17 a day. 7,900 pounds dry weight, 37 feet 8 inches long with a separate bunk room. Oh, and it's got a king-size bed. Wait until I show you the king-size bed. But first, the one thing I say a lot, the one thing we know how to do down in Texas. Look, I'm a University of Texas grad. Spent a lot of time in Austin. Loved it while I was there. I love Dallas. I love Houston. I love Tyler. I love San Antonio. I loved every area that I got a chance to visit in Texas. We know how to have fun. We know how to enjoy things. 2020, we didn't get a chance to enjoy as many things as we wanted to. So now, picture yourself doing this. What's your favorite place? I want you to comment down below or say it out loud on the count of 3. Think of your favorite place to go in Texas, or you know, just your favorite place to go in general. Maybe it's somewhere in Louisiana, maybe it's Oklahoma, God forgiven. But I want you to say it out loud on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Schlitterbahn. Okay. You just get finished from having a wonderful day at your favorite place. You cook yourself a camp-cooked meal. Maybe you fry up a steak. You bring it over here. You're talking with the family, the loved ones, the kids. They're enjoying. And all of a sudden, you look out and you see that Texas sunset. And that's when you realize that, sure, you were able to take advantage of that Ultimate RV Show pricing, $29,995 or as low as $7.17 a day. But more importantly than that, you were able to create a memory with your loved ones. When was the last time you got a chance to disconnect and reconnect with them? I mean, really. Do yourself a favor. You owe it to yourself. I mean, I think we all do. For what happened this past year, we owe it to ourselves to make 2021 the year that we get out and just create those memories. Now imagine you just came back in from a long day of fishing down there on the coast. You got this 15K BTU AC with the quick cool dump, and you're standing there just enjoying that. And your loved one goes, you're blocking the TV, the Longhorns are about to score. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, let me get out the way. You got your angled TV right there. Furion sound bar mounted with HDMI. This is dual zone, by the way, so you can play the music inside and out. Plus I got my storage compartment right there. When it's cold at night, you got yourself a 30,000 BTU furnace to help keep you warm. And Kev, come check this out. Forest River is always trying to create and innovate things going to make life a little bit easier. For example, we have a single touch retract or return and extend for our awning. So if you don't want to stand there and hold it while watching, is it out yet? Ernie, do we hit the door? You can just hit it. You want to stop it, just hit it again. Or bring it back, boom, hit it. Stop, oh Lord, Timmy's hanging from the top. We need to stop it again, boom. There we go. That is what I like to call the Tommy Trailer style. One button and go, make it easy so I can move on and do something else. Because it is Texas, and that's what we do. Motion sense lighting in here, walk-in pantry / ward closet. I mean, just functionality, form, and space. Look, there are so many options you can do with these East to West Altas. And with over 80,000 Factory Fresh units coming, you can find the one that's right for you. The Ultimate RV Show is just about trying to show you some of the great things about these beautiful 2021s. But we have people standing by right now who can help you decide which RV is going to be right for you. Now, the East to West Altas have king beds in them, and underneath some of them, you have the underbed wardrobe. Check it out. You got a little storage shelf right there. You got drawers, full extension on the ball bearing guides, and areas right here to move stuff. But what I thought was really cool, even when the bed is down, I can still put stuff under there without having to lift it up. dual USB charging ports, power ports, cubby holes. I got drawers. I got, you just got everything. You just got everything up in this thing. But that's what you need. That's features. That's what the East to West Alta is all about. Giving you upgraded features at entry-level pricing. And starting this one, which is the 3150 kBH, starting at $29,995 or as low as $7.17 a day to sleep 8 people comfortably. I mean, dude, you can't pass that up. Go ahead and drop RV down below in the comments or text RV to 46642. Let one of our specialists answer the questions for you about the double axles, about those 15-inch aluminum rims, about those nitro-filled tires, about the heated and enclosed underbelly. And then I want you to look up some recipes. Look up Uncle Chris's world-famous 3-meat burger recipe. That's mine. You ain't gonna find it because it's a secret. It's how I've been able to keep my wife, okay? When you look at this, it ain't a lot there, so I gotta be able to do something right. And I'm gonna tell you now is I learned how to do the meats properly in Texas. And doing them on the Radiant Capital Grill right here will help you accomplish that. Look at this beautiful prep space. You got an outside TV. I got dual USB charging ports. I got the little dorm style fridge right here. Oh man, this is beautiful. Got me a little sink. LP Quick Connect if I do want to bring my own grill. I got that underneath here. And cover and space. I'm 6'2", so you got plenty of room to get under here and not be cramped. But this is the hangout. And the fact that it's not underneath my awning, you won't get those plumes of smoke from the cook and the grilling and everything traveling down this large awning with the LED light strip. So if you're thinking, Chris, that 3150 kBH, that's a sweet ride, man. I need to take this with me down to the coast right now. How do I get it? Well, that's what's cool about it. You can actually get this RV delivered to you without even leaving the comfort of your couch. Just drop a comment down below RV or text RV to 46642. They'll get that process started for you. Now, during the Ultimate RV Show with over 80,000 Factory Fresh RVs coming, you probably are thinking, that one's okay, but. If you got a but in that sentence, just drop a comment down below fresh or text fresh to 46642. One of our specialists will walk you through one that's going to be right for you. And trust me, with over 80,000 Factory Fresh units coming, there's going to be one that's right for you. But this East to West Alta, hop on it now. Starting at $29,995 or as low as $7.17 a day. Now, Chris, we're down in Texas. We're at a competitor, and we think we got a deal that's pretty good. If you give me a chance to beat it, I'm gonna beat it. Even if you're a Texas A&M Aggie, hook 'em horns. We will beat it, or we'll give you $1,000 in cash, guaranteed. All you gotta do is text BEAT to 46642 or drop me a comment down below BEAT. There's no skin off your back whatsoever to try it out. Just give us a chance. Worst case, you get a great RV or you get $1,000 in cash. That's a win-win-win all the way around the table. Ultimate RV Show National Tour here in beautiful Texas with the East to West Altas. We got more great stuff coming. Just hang on.
Camping World is the one-stop shop for all your outdoor essentials. Shop chairs and side tables starting at only $9.99 and patio lights starting at $10.99. Grills for only $9.99. Who knew travel could be so easy? Your vacations just got a little brighter, a little tastier, and a little cozier. See America for less when you shop at Camping World.
And go. Right 2 3 and left 2 3 and right 2 3 and here we go. Shuffle right.
Oh, I know the shuffle one.
And
okay.
left, let's turn and half turn. Let's go. And we're
back.
back.
Oh,
Okay.
hey.
So just do a little honky tonk angel here. You know, when we're in Texas, you got the hat on, you got to do a little line dancing, and that's what it's all about because we're dancing through some of the best deals you will ever see. And if we don't beat it, what's going to happen? You're going to get a little cash back. So we get you taken care of. That's our guarantee.
I love
here.
that.
And you know what our favorite part about doing this is not only when we have our partner picks, but we do all of these things where we actually get you a chance to take a look at some of these wonderful vehicles that we get. We get our viewer picks, but we also get our staff pick.
Love it. And you guys, we are seeing so many different RVs throughout the whole weekend. If you have any questions, make sure to text RV to 46642 and a specialist will be on the other line just dying and waiting to answer your questions.
Yeah, we have some amazing specialists, and if you say, Sean, that's the vehicle I want, that's the vehicle you can get. Let's take a look at this staff pick. This is a beautiful Forest River Cardinal luxury one. Ian, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited. We have the staff pick. I, of course, am Ian Baker. I'm joined by my man Abel here, and he has picked a beautiful unit for you guys this week. This is the Cardinal Luxury 390 FBX, and it's just a gorgeous unit. Abel, tell me, what is your favorite part about this one?
Man, honestly, probably my favorite feature would be that front bath. That is probably my favorite feature on this unit alone.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a beautiful front bath. You have the dual vanity. I like the setup we have inside, kind of that mid-living area, the big rear kitchen. And we have a ton about on the outside too when we're talking about features, right? Talk about some of those construction features.
Yes, sir.
I mean, tell me, what do we have? What do we have right down here, right? Making life a little bit easier for people.
So we have a
hydraulic auto level system there.
Hydraulic auto level system. We also have that drop level I-beam.
Yes, the drop frame. Yes, exactly. So I love this because, you know, for me, and I'm sure, you know, you can experience this as well. You get out there, you know, one of the things that kind of stinks is having to level it out, right? You back up, you pull forward, you put your leveling blocks in there. With this, I mean, you just touch a button and it's done, right?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know about you. You're over 21, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it's better to start drinking quick, right? You know, sit down, relax, get in your chair.
Yeah,
that's what I'm all about. You know, put the awning out, set up camp.
Yeah, it just makes life a much way easier. Just press a button.
Exactly. You talked about the drop frame, right? And that's a big one too, because I don't know about you, but I like to take chairs. I like to take grills. You know, all this extra stuff we go camping. You know, I'll have my patio mat. And you get all the space in the world in here with that drop frame.
Yeah, you got tons of space inside of here, so you can put a bunch of extras. You know, there's definitely no lack of storage in here.
And it looks like it's heated too, is that correct?
Yes, it is also heated inside of this unit.
I love that. And battery disconnect in there. You can just quick and easily pop that, so that way you're not draining the battery. It looks like you have tie downs, which is cool. So you need to tie anything down in there. I mean, it's a big space. You don't want stuff rattling around.
So yeah, especially so you don't have stuff just moving around. You can just tie it down.
I love that. And a beautiful exterior with the fiberglass. You can tell, right? You go up to a unit and you can tell like a nicer fiberglass just from the shine, right? The kind of luster that you have in there.
Yes, for sure.
And we have two awnings on this one, it looks like?
Yes, you will have two awnings on here. You have that main awning and then the other one on that slide.
That is awesome. There's a TV in there too?
Yes.
Oh man, we'll have to get around to that in just a second. Let's kind of move to the front, talk a little bit about some of the stuff on the front of this unit, because I mean, you have this gorgeous painted front cap. I think they did a great job on here. And the windshield, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure for this floor plan is new for 2021.
Yes, it is. So,
and I don't know about you, but I think that definitely adds to that bathroom. You know, when you're talking about how awesome that bathroom is, I think that right there is something that really helps set it apart.
Yeah, it does, honestly, especially being able to just look out, see the scenery and everything is just gorgeous.
That's what it's all about, man. Then we have the Rotoflex pin box, right? So we're gonna get a little bit better towability out of there. And gen prep, it looks like. So if you want a generator on this one, nice and easy.
Yeah, for sure.
Now when I dug under here a little ways, it looks like there's a pure sine wave inverter, 1,000 watt inverter. So you know, the thing I like about that is it gives you that 120, right? And I think that's awesome. So that, you know, it's the pure sine wave, so it's clean. So if you have electronics, you know, you have like your laptop, your MacBook, your tablet, you're not going to get that power spike that's going to damage it, because that's what a lot of people, you know, if you get some of like the inexpensive portable generators, that's a problem. You know, you get those power spikes and it causes damage.
Yeah.
But when you get that pure sine wave inverter, make sure everything's nice and clean, which that's a huge deal when we're talking about plugging things in and running off that generator.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, yeah, there's the auto level system. We saw the nice big storage. Man, oh man. Looks like you have the kind of rolled roof up top, you know, comes down a little bit further, so that way, you know, it's better protection against the rain, the elements, and same thing with the windows. Yeah, exactly, the frameless windows. Yeah, tell me a little bit about that. Like, what's the advantage of having the frameless windows?
Man, the thing I like about the frameless windows is even if it's raining, you can still prop them out. And then it's also going to be seamless and everything, so you don't have to worry about, you know, the weather damage, because it's also behind that UV protected glass and everything.
I love that. And they just look nice, man.
Honestly, yeah.
It really helps to that kind of the exterior aesthetic of it. What do we got here, buddy? Tell me a little bit about this.
Man, this is a really cool feature. So on the inside, actually, if you, instead of having like a separate trash can or anything, there's a little spot where you can actually throw your trash away. You can come out here, just grab your trash can and throw it away.
How convenient.
Honestly.
I love that, because again, I don't know about you, but sometimes I'll have empty beer cans and I'll toss them in my trash, and they're supposed to be empty. Mine are empty, other people's aren't, and they put them in there. There's a little left. Go to take the trash out, all of a sudden I'm spilling stuff all over my RV, all over the floor. Nobody wants that. This makes it simple, man. Just take it out, dump it, good to go. That is awesome. And is this a tankless hot water heater? Or a tankless water heater, I should say?
Yes, it is. It is a tankless water heater.
That's awesome. It's always funny, right? Because I said it in the beginning too, but I hear so many people that say tankless hot water heater, but you're not heating hot water, right?
Yeah.
It's not a hot water heater, it's a water heater. But no, tankless is great, especially if you have multiple people that are taking showers, just making sure everything's going to be nice and toasty for you. And what do we have here?
This is the 50 amp cord roll up. So instead of having to fight it and stuff like that, once it's already rolled up, all you have to do is just a click of a button and it'll end up just rolling itself back up.
Dude, I don't know if you've left Texas much, right? But I'm up in Michigan and it gets stinking cold. And when you're trying to roll up a 50 amp hose, dude, it is a battle, man. Like trying to get that thing. It's like fighting an octopus, right? You're sitting here doing one of these. It's wrapping around your leg. Can't wind the stinking thing up.
Man.
That right there, just touch a button, it does it all for you.
Ooh.
I'm in. Now this right here, right? This is one of my absolute favorites. When we're talking about luxury fifth wheels, there's a lot of luxury. No, I shouldn't say a lot. There's a fair number of luxury fifth wheels out there, and so many of them have gone away from the rear cap. And Cardinal, was the same, right? They went away from it too, but for 2021, they brought it back, and I love it for so many reasons. I mean, it looks more complete, and it adds insulation value to the back, right? But most importantly for me is the fact it's harder for rain to get in. Instead of the seal being right here, it wraps around the side so that the water, as it's coming down, it has to fight a heck of a lot harder to get in there. Chances are it's just not going to, and it completes the look overall. When you're talking luxury, I mean, just look at it, Would you look at it? And then, rear ladder, get up on the roof. You have your backup camera prepped there. Dude, this is a good choice, man. I love this thing.
Man, thank you.
All right, Abe, let's come around. Let's take a look over here at the TV, right? So we talked a little bit about this. I noticed it was underneath that secondary awning, which I love. Nice TV. Looks like you get a sound bar there. Bluetooth capable, right?
Of course, yes. So I actually also really like this because, I mean, what a better place than to be outside, be one with nature, watch some TV, play some tunes, and you get an awning, so you don't have to worry about the weather.
I love it. I love it. And another thing I noticed, I saw it somewhere. It looks like this one has the road armor, right? It has a couple things. One, you have the road armor suspension with the wet shackles and bolts there, which is fantastic. Great suspension system, especially when you combine it with the Rotoflex Kingpin up front. But also you have the enclosed underbelly, right? It's the ABS panels versus the corrugated board. So so much easier for maintenance. It just protects it better, and I just like, I like the fact that it's a little more solid, a little more rugged.
Yeah, and a lot of people end up liking that part too as well.
Yeah, for sure. Tell me a little bit about the steps here.
Man, these sturdy steps are actually really amazing. So they're self-adjustable, or not self-adjustable, but you can adjust them to different lengths and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then they're really sturdy, so you don't have to worry about them wobbling around or anything.
Man, I love that. Folds right up in the door. Yeah. Something else I noticed that most manufacturers don't do is that this one has a strut here too, so it's super easy. Like, a lot of times these are pretty heavy, and I mean, look at that, right? One finger, Ooh, yeah. I mean, that's nothing to pick it up, set it down, and yeah, dude, that's absolutely fantastic. Well, I tell you what, I love the outside, but I know that you didn't pick it because of construction, even though it's great. But there's some awesome features inside. You want to head on in?
Yeah.
Show everyone?
Let's take a look.
Sweet.
All right, so I guess we'll go over here to the back real quick.
Yeah, so where do you want to start? You want to start in the living area? You want to start in the kitchen? What are you thinking?
Let's start in the kitchen.
Yeah, let's come on back. In this, I know we talked about it, when you first picked this one out, but I love it, and I agree with you, right? The two-tone, how you have like the lighter on the bottom, a little bit darker on top, kind of going with the residential industry.
Yes.
Right? And I agree with you. I think it was a good choice. Helped bring it a little bit lighter in the kitchen. I mean, I don't know about you. I like a light kitchen at home. I want it to feel fresh and clean.
Yeah.
And I think that accomplishes it pretty well.
Of course, yeah. The white cabinets match with the brown ones on top.
Yep.
Kind of like that classic, but also that home look on the top as well.
Exactly.
Tell me a little bit about the countertops. I know we talked about the trash. Why don't you show me that real quick?
Man, this is the real cool part. So instead of having that trash can off to the side, it's actually right here. So if you just end up getting any scraps or trash, you can just dump it in there. You don't have to worry about it till after. You can just go right around to the outside and just dump it.
Dude, that is awesome. And this is something else I love, right? Is the fact that you have like an actual residential oven. I mean, it's a 4-burner cooktop.
Yes, it is. So a lot of people, they're starting to want more residential units inside of their, their campers and stuff. So you can actually fit a whole turkey since we just passed, Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Dude, that's incredible. A nice big microwave up top. Man. So something else I noticed when we were outside, and I guess I should have talked about it, but this one has 3 AC units, which I find impressive to begin with, especially in a hotter area, like down in Texas, Arizona, we're down in Texas now, and it's not too bad this time of year, but I'm sure, and you can attest, I'm sure it gets pretty hot in the summer.
Oh man, yes. When summer hits, a lot of people, it's like you have to have 3 AC units basically because, come on now, I know you're trying to go camping, but you want to cool down a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to be uncomfortable and sticky or anything like that. And I see they're all quiet cool too, which I like. So that whether you're back here in the kitchen or in the living area or up in the bedroom, no matter where it's happening, you still can have conversation like we are right now. You don't have to yell at yell over each other to have a conversation. You don't have to yell over the AC. You can still watch TV at a normal volume.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's one of the. Yeah, it's honestly really good. You can just have that conversation and everything. Don't have to worry about that noise.
Yeah, for sure. And big sink, man. It looks like you have an apron front, double bowl, very modern. I love the apron front sinks. I mean, it's a really cool look there, especially, like I say, with the white cabinets. You have the solid surface countertop, the high-rise. Plenty of storage in here, man. Look at all the storage.
Yes, that is a big thing. So a lot of people love their cabinet space, storage. You get that full pantry.
That's awesome. And the cool thing about it, right, is that it's a front bath, right? So if it was like a rear kitchen fifth wheel, right, and they're like, oh yeah, the big thing is the rear kitchen. I would expect a lot of this, but the fact that you get that big front bath, we're gonna see in a little bit, plus the awesome, middle living area that's almost like a front living room placed in the middle. Man, this is a dynamite floor plan. Abel, you did a good job, dude.
Thank you.
You picked a good one. Upgraded Samsung appliances, I noticed as well. So
yes,
I see that here with the fridge. Does it have an ice maker in it? I think it does.
Yeah.
Got an ice maker. Oh man, now you're speaking my language. Buffet style table. That is something I don't see very often either, right? How it kind of goes into the wall there. I've seen a few manufacturers do it, but it's a nice look. Something that usually you see in a motorhome. But I'm glad that they started bringing it into a fifth wheel. And I see 2 chairs here, but it looks like we have a little leaf, and there's 2 folding chairs they store up front, right?
Yes, there is 2 folding chairs they store up front and stuff, just in case you want to have company over or anything else.
Perfect, and I'm pretty sure they match this pattern as well?
Yes, they match the pattern.
That's awesome. Man, nice and bright in here. You can see the lights. You got a wall sconce here. Let me click that guy on. Oh, there we go. Look at that. So yeah, nice and bright. So let's talk a little bit about the living area. So it looks like we have a tri-fold sofa here, another one on the opposite side. Is that correct?
Yeah, you have 2 tri-fold sofas, and then it looks like you have some recliners over here.
Oh man, the theater seats. Look at that. Yes. So all right, so we have lights. Of course, this isn't going to work, right? Because we're not plugged into shore power, and it requires the 120, and we only have 12-volt power currently, but it looks like it is power to both recline, to put the legs out, put them back down, lights. Has a massage.
It does have a massage feature.
Heck yeah.
That's also one of the good things. Just be laid back, relaxing and stuff. And I mean, who doesn't want a good massage?
Yeah, exactly, right? Hey, listen, just because we're RVing doesn't mean we can't be a little bougie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love this. Another thing I saw too is that there's no carpet this year, right? They completely eliminated it and went with linoleum. And you can't even tell. I mean, it blends in seamlessly, right? Like for the slides.
Yes.
Absolutely wonderful. And talk to me a little bit here, right? So this is the entertainment area. So everyone's sitting around, we're having a good conversation. What if we want to watch TV? Got a nice big TV there.
You get the big TV, you get that sound bar on the bottom, so you definitely get that surround sound if you want to watch movies or maybe there's a game going on.
Love it.
And there's also that electric heater on the bottom just for, like kind of an ambiance type, feeling.
Yeah, and I always tell people, I love a fireplace, not only from, a look standpoint, but like you said, it's a space heater. It'll do a good job of kind of heating this space up. And if you need to cool it down, you got a ceiling fan.
Of course.
Yes. I also saw in the trim, looks like we have LED lights, kind of some accent lights running up. It's really cool. You can see the second AC unit right there. You know, you can see the intakes. And then what do we got right here? This looks like a central vac. Is that what we have right there?
Yes, that is the central vac system. So a lot of people actually end up liking that because I mean it makes everything easier. That way you can just bring everything right here. You don't have to worry about getting it stuck on little crevices or anything.
Dude, I love a central vac. I mean that seriously, like having a vacuum that you don't have to tote around with you, just comes with your RV. That's a vacuum that just doesn't suck. I mean it does, but you know what I mean. It physically sucks, not figuratively. It's great to have. Yeah, that's really cool. What do we have here, bud? Oh, this is it's got a half bath too?
It does have a half bath.
Holy smokes. And then is this looks like washer dryer prep, huh?
Of course, yeah. So that washer dryer is not gonna end up being in that master closet. It'll actually be in that half bath right there.
Dude, that is fantastic. I love this. I like this because it's kind of tucked away. It's not taking up space in the bedroom or in our living area. And porcelain bowl, as I would expect, easy to clean. I have plenty of room. Nice countertop in here, storage up top. Big, powerful fan. That's going to be important, having that fantastic vent fan, If I don't know that I would do my business in here, but if I had to, right? Living area is not too far. I want to make sure I got something powerful to get it out of there.
There you go. It's for the guests and stuff. That way we don't have to smell their stuff.
That's right. That's right. Okay, got the upgraded control panel in here. The power control system makes sense. We have 3 ACs. The generator, if we get the generator, because it was prepped, and then right here looks like our tankless water heater control too. So, man, this thing is loaded, buddy.
Yeah.
Stepping on up into the bedroom. So what's your favorite part about the bedroom, Abel? What do you love about this one?
Man, one of the big things that you don't really see in the other units is on the master, you'll get, of course, the TV connections and everything, but you also get your own separated space heater in here as well.
Yes, I agree. That's one of those things you don't see very often, and for me, it just makes so much sense, right? Like, this is it's a big bedroom space, but it's a small space when you're talking about overall for the RV. So you close these doors, you turn that thing on, and if it's a cold night, dude, you're going to be toasty in no time, and that'll easily heat up this space, no problem.
For sure. Plus, you get those USB plugins on both sides of the bed, so you don't have to be fighting over who gets to charge their phone.
Little hidden storage area, not wasting any space there. I like that. Got the headboard, and that was something else I forgot to mention. We were out in the kitchen, and you know what? Maybe they have it in here too. Let me see, because they had slow close drawers. Yes. Yeah, look at that.
Ooh,
you kind of get into that high end, and again, it's kind of like you see in a home. I mean, it's just residential. What do we have here?
Man, you get a big closet right here, so you can store stuff away, and it's actually pretty long on the top section, so if you got shirts or anything that you don't want to get wrinkled.
Yep. Dude, that is awesome. Nice and big. And then here we go. Let's step into the front bath. This of course, as you said, is your favorite part. So tell me a little bit about what we have going on in here.
Man, honestly, this just pulls the whole unit together. So usually when you get into an RV, the restroom, they'll probably, just make it a little bit smaller, of course, just for space reasons.
Yep.
But just having that front bath, it's big. You don't have to worry about, just packing stuff away. You can actually have space to, put all your stuff. And it's also a double sink.
Huge.
Man.
Dude, yeah, I agree. Are you a single man? Are you a married man?
I'm not a married man.
Oh, ladies, you heard it. Abel right here. He's single, ready to mingle. RV monster. No, but I agree with you. So I am a married guy, and when we RV, right, like having the double vanity is fantastic. It's one of those things where, if you can have two people getting ready at the same time, it's just a little bit easier. I love having the 2 sinks here, beautiful countertops. Lots of storage underneath. Get your own towel rack there. That beautiful window we talked about.
Yes.
Man, dude, if you had a good view out there, that would be just gorgeous.
Yeah, like if you're out in the mountains, I mean, who would ask for a better view, honestly?
That's right. Yeah, and it lets in a ton of natural light, too, which, I don't put on a ton of makeup myself, but my wife tells me that, how you look in the natural light is different than when you're inside. So, let's let that in. So they look the same, whether inside, outside. I get that. The other thing I like about having a big bathroom like this too is that it gives you more space to get dressed, right? Like one of the problems I often see in a lot of RVs is, like you mentioned, the bathroom's kind of compact. It's a little bit smaller. And a lot of times a bedroom is the same. You just don't have a ton of space. So when you're talking about getting dressed in the morning, you just don't have a lot of options. But something like this, I mean, I have all the space in the world right here to get dressed. I have a mirror there so I can make sure Make sure I'm looking good. Oh, I'm sweating a little. It's a little warm. Need to turn on one of those ACs, Abel. And this shower, dude, this is gorgeous. I love this.
Yes, you get that big step-in shower.
Yeah, you get the arm here, so you can kind of set how high you want it. I like the surround. Nice big skylight. I mean, I'm 6 foot tall. I can stand up in here easily. How about if I don't have this? Oh, even with I'm touching a little right there. I want to stand under the skylight, but still, I mean, with that, you can be 6'1", still standing here. I can turn. You know, look at that. Shut the door. Got the nice clear glass.
Yeah, you don't have to be hugging the corner. Basically, you can just, you get to take a shower in peace.
Yes, exactly. Because I'm sure you can attest to this, right? You have like a smaller bath and it has a curtain, and you go to close the curtain, and all of a sudden, like, the steam starts to rise, and the curtain becomes like a monster and starts to like eat you, and like you're like, what is going on? Why is the curtain touching me? Yeah. No, I understand, dude. That is awesome. Yeah. And this is, it's funny, right? Because when I first started doing this and some of my videos, everyone's like, I was telling people at work, and they're like, you're weird, why do you do this? And I said, because I have been RVing enough that I know sometimes when you sit on a toilet, it's not a comfortable position, right? Like you're crammed up against the wall. You don't have the space here. Of course. But I mean, something like this, dude, I have more than enough room. I don't know that I'd want to do this if my wife is showering right there, because it's a clear glass door, but but that's what the other bathroom's for, right? Of course. That's why we have the powerful fan in it.
Yes, and the good thing is the way they set it up, I mean, come on, that view again. You get
Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Might have to go on subreddit, right? Like best poop positions. This is a pretty good one right there, man. That's a good view. Oh, there's our chairs we talked about.
Yes, those are the folding chairs.
Okay, yeah, you're right, dude. They look spot on. They look just like it. Man, that's great. You got the drawer space underneath. Dude, this is absolutely beautiful. Let's take a step back outside real quick. Man, I'm really blown away. Like, I'm super impressed just by the colors that we have here. I just want to take a step back down into the kitchen. I mean, overall, just to kind of recap, right? For people that are watching, they're wondering, why this was a staff pick, right? And I think that anyone that's been watching for a while, it's pretty obvious. But I mean, you have auto level. You have the power cord out there. You have a front and rear cap. You have the armored underbelly.
Generator prep.
You got the generator prep, the frameless windows. We come inside. I mean,
big
beautiful.
spacious chicken or kitchen.
You can cook a big chicken. There you go. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a ton of space. I mean, the really big sink, right? Like, especially for an apron front. I don't know that I've seen an apron front sink quite that large, both in depth as well as width. You get the window out the back too, so you have a window both front and back. All the storage here. I like this too, right? I didn't point this out the first time, but I like having the glass here. So if you have something a little more decorative, right, you can put it up there.
Yeah.
I know you like the trash.
Man, that is just a winner for me.
Yeah, I love it. And and everything, you get the slow close drawers in here.
Yes.
You have the central vac that, as we described, doesn't suck, but does suck, right? Sucks things up, but it doesn't suck. Yes. You got the residential fridge.
Yeah, that big residential fridge, which a lot of people end up loving, because I mean, if you're gonna go camping, you gotta eat. So
listen, I eat, man. If there's one thing I do, it is eat. COVID, this whole 2020 was not a great year for my waistline. Between not being able to go out anymore, I just ate at home, which my pantry is big, right? Kind of like this. So I'm just constantly grabbing snacks and food. My belly's growing. I had a baby recently, I stopped working out. And all of a sudden, I'm getting big. Gotta have food. Gotta have food.
Yes, and it just ties in with the oven and everything.
Yeah. It's absolutely gorgeous. So everyone, if again, Abel, I think you did an excellent job picking this one. Folks, for those of you that don't know or don't remember or you're just tuning in, this is the Forest River Cardinal Luxury 390 FBX. It's an absolute beauty. Now, it's not a small fifth wheel by any means, right? We're a little under 42 foot. Dry weight's just a hair under, I think it's like 12,800 and some change. And you have big tanks, right? So I mean, you're looking at 64-gallon fresh, 67 gray, and a 79-gallon black, I believe. So, you start traveling with some water, and you definitely have some weight in this thing. You're going to want a big truck, but man, is this thing absolutely gorgeous. It's built to the hilt. And folks, for the show, we're starting this one at $72,995. which, Abel, that's as low as $14.60 a day.
Man.
And that's pretty affordable, dude. I mean, if you think about it, you start looking at vacation costs, $14.60, that's pretty manageable, especially
Honestly,
for
yeah.
something like this.
Of course, yeah. You definitely, I mean, with all the space you get inside of this, you definitely don't have to worry about bumping elbows or bumping shoulders with anybody else.
Exactly. And if you're someone that's looking at full-time living, I mean, you have that enclosed heated underbelly, you have a big, beautiful kitchen, you have a space to hang out, the bathroom up front. This thing is truly a home on wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Abel, thank you so much, sir. Everyone that is watching, thank you so very much. This has been our staff pick. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
RV travel is about more than the destination.
When you're traveling like this, vacation begins where your driveway ends.
Skip the flights.
We can get the whole crew in the camper and just go.
Add more pit stops.
I love seeing the kids exploring.
And make more memories along the way.
When your 4-year-old says, "This is the best day ever," you're doing it right.
Your vacation begins at Camping World.
Demand for RVs is at historic levels, which is why we are working around the clock to bring you over 80,000 Factory Fresh RVs. That's the largest selection of RVs in the world. Fresh from the factory to our stores to your driveway or campsite. RVs are made by Americans for Americans. And now you can see America for less. Shop over 80,000 Factory Fresh RVs, starting at just $5 a day. Click, call, or visit your local Camping World or Gander RV and Outdoors today.
Sean Parr continuing up the national tour as we wrap up day 3, week number 4 with the amazing, the Jergies are here with their entire family. And of course, us, the Remingtons, with their family as well, getting a little bit bigger very, very soon. We'll keep you informed of that one. Before we actually get a chance to skedaddle onto our next location. I said skedaddle.
I like that word.
It works. I mean, got the kids around all the time. But let's talk about some of the things that we've learned over the last couple of days. Bryce, what about the Jergies?
Well, I mean, looking at the models, we joke about ourselves. We're seeing the other kitchens and the bigger kitchens. It's like, oh, we miss it. But we're super pumped about the 5th one that we have. But there are a lot of big kitchen layouts that you can have. So many different models to host, which is a big thing that we love. And as things start to change and we get more handle on COVID, you'll be able to host more people. But even as is now, you can still travel and have the home setup that you want.
Yeah, and of course we have a new star in the family who nailed her traveling with kids segment earlier.
Yes.
And always looking to make a little noise and have some fun on camera. So she's going to be hosting her own show. Stay tuned for her podcast, Us the Remingtons. Tiffany, tell me about your weekend.
It's been absolutely amazing. I mean, I love being able to travel not only with you guys, but with everyone who's watching as well. I think every week we think we find a new rig that is going to be in our future, and then we learn about another one. Like this week, the Forest River Sierra, almost all of them were just absolutely mind-blowing, but we found like that rear living room one that you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that for now is holding the top ringer for us.
From entertainment systems to living rooms to kitchens, we've seen them all. That's why we have over 80,000 Factory Fresh ready to deliver to you RVs. And that's what this show is really all about. Showing you from the comfort of your home exactly what you have options for. Speaking of amazing new rigs, why don't we just give somebody a chance to own one right now for free? All right, we are giving away, and I love the fact that we're doing this each week, a 2021 Coleman Lantern LT, the 17B, our most popular right now. Good luck finding a unit because everybody wants one of these. And we are giving it away. There is a wait list right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's give it away. Who is our winner? I think you guys know.
Our winner is
Dan Miller! Dan Miller, congratulations. You got yourself a brand new RV. We're going to be hitting the road and going to our next location. As a matter of fact, we've got Tennessee in our future, Kentucky, Alabama, Mississippi next week. So make sure you follow us, campingworld.com. It's all right there. And, of course, are you guys ready to hit the road?
We are.
All right, the Jergies?
Yeah, we're going to have a blast. It's so much fun in between.
I
This
love
is great.
what this is all about, and most importantly, it's all about you. Thank you for watching each week. We'll talk to you next week. I'm Sean Parr on behalf of the Jergies and us, the Remingtons. We'll see you on the road. Thank you so much.